might take off a couple of heads a night. Somebody give me a guillotine. I just might ride on my enemies. Dog and I fuck on my energy. Nowadays they just talk, but they talk about nothing. Nowadays everybody wanna say something. Goddamn, I'm the man and it feel like it. Give a damn about a hater when I feel like it. Not today, not today, not today, not tomorrow. Get out my way, please, I'm trying to get paid.
What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It is your boy Ernie the Blerd Fear. Look, I had to bring it in smooth.
I was like, oh.
It's like, psych, I got you. Actually, no, double psych. What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It is your boy Ernie the Blerd Without Fear. Got the homie Robo of Left Face TV. Welcome to episode 68 of the Nerds of Culture podcast, the New York undercover of nerddom.
Yeah. That's what. Yeah, I heard that one. I was like, oh, that's it.
That's good. That's the one. That's
the New York undercover of comic book of nerds. I don't know what of something of nerd. Something. You know, that we gotta tie it up. We gotta tie it up like neat. But New York undercover, I was like, oh right, yeah.
Detective.
I gotta get my pretty boy back on. You know, like start working out and shit. If this takes off, I'll get back in the gym.
right. We can make it a thing. We make it a thing.
Yeah,
we make it a thing. But no. Nah. It's been a crazy ass week. That I can definitely promise you. That said, man, we are, I feel like so much I feel like it's been more than a week. Excuse me, more.
Really?
I feel like it's been,
yeah,
like, I don't know what's going on with me. I feel like it's been more than a week since last time we did this. Really, it hasn't, but it feels like it has. I feel like, man.
That's the way the streams have been going too. Like whenever I on Left Face, I'll be like, oh, so like a couple weeks ago when we were talking about, like, oh no, that was this past Monday. Like each week feels like 3 months.
It's like I feel like every time that we go live, I'm just gonna be sitting up here with the Robin Williams beard, like in Jumanji, and be like, "What year is it?" That's it. That's what I feel. That's how I feel. But no, man, a lot of really cool stuff has been going on. A lot of interesting stuff. A lot of kind of out there stuff, but really, man, the main thing has been this controversy with John Boyega that we're gonna get into here in a little bit. A little controversy.
Controversy that just happens to be nothing but the truth.
Pure, unadulterated. Like this, honestly, this shit's dragnet. Just the facts. Just the facts, ma'am. Just the facts. But no, there's also some other stuff we might kind of tangentially touch on, kind of briefly. Some stuff that popped up today. There's some stuff that popped up during CinemaCon. And yeah, there was also the stuff that Nintendo did. I don't know exactly like how much we'll dig into that, but I'll just say this. I don't know who needs to hear this. I don't know who in Japan at the Nintendo headquarters on Mount Nintendo. I don't know who needs to hear this shit, but y'all are too fucking proud of them goddamn games. Y'all are too proud. Y'all need to bring the price down. I am not paying $100, almost $100. Like you can say, like not even say almost. Honestly, if you say $90, that's $100. Let's just go ahead and cut the bullshit.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. You never know, but I think they're gonna be in for a rude awakening.
Yeah, I think
if you were telling me like coming out with the next gen Switch, putting the Switch 2 out, and here comes Mario RPG or something crazy, some big ass Mario. Okay, I'd be like, man. First of all, it'd still be the same thing. You think your shit's the way? I'm not paying that, but I would know that somebody is.
Right,
nobody's paying $100 for Mario Kart, man. Like, Mario Kart? It's great, but it's not $100 great.
Not $100 great. Well, and the thing is, like, the only reason that I'm even gonna get it is because I've kind of already game planned to just get the bundle deal where I'm really only paying like $50 for it, which honestly is what it should cost anyway. But it's just so wild to me though that yeah, man, these motherfuckers are out here thinking that like this is like that this is okay. They're like, nah, man, this is how we do, man. This is how we rock, man. This like, and I will say, I do agree with some of y'all in the chat. I like, you know, some of y'all are joking, but some of y'all aren't wrong either. Like right here, blame the tariffs. Not a wrong take. It is it's that like that is what it is. And like right here, see, and that's how they get you. They say $89.99. Nah, stop it. That's $100. That's $100 because after tax, you getting depending on where
you're at it, $94, $96 already right there.
Yeah, like because
then they're asking, do you want to donate $2 to the kids with cancer thing? And boom, you gotta yeah.
Well, no bullshit. Because like okay, so here in Tennessee, it's already like 10% sales tax. Like 10, I think it's like 10% sales tax here. So like right there. $89.99, you may as well go ahead and knock that on up. Go ahead and knock that on up. Knock it on up. That's $100. That's $100. Stop. No.
Damn.
What happened?
10. Yeah, that's another $10 right there.
Off top.
Hell no.
That's off top.
I wouldn't buy shit. My whole house would be made out of like crochet shit. I'd have a wooden TV. No.
I mean, well, you bullshit, but like, last year, Cynthia got like deep the fuck off into crocheting, like to where she was like crocheting like clothes and shit. Like I was like
you got him.
It's great because like honestly, like she has because well for one, she's a tall woman, so. They don't really make shit for tall people. Well, they make shit for tall men. They don't make shit for tall women.
Right.
And
when you say tall woman, what you saying? Like over 6 feet or like 5'10" tall woman?
No, like she's like 6. Like 6.
What?
Yeah. Cynthia's like 6 foot.
That's an Amazon.
Something like that. Yeah.
You got yourself a Wonder Woman.
That's why it's always. That's why I always laugh because I'm always like Wonder Woman. But no. But like the thing that sucks about it for me is that I don't like wearing things that are crochet because it feels itchy to me. And I don't like feeling itchy.
Babe, you shouldn't have.
She's like, but I did.
Damn. Yeah. Now here you go. You're not gonna wear that sweater I made you? It took me 3.5 months for one sweater. You're not gonna make you. I'm gonna wear it. I forgot. I was like, yeah. I just didn't want. I didn't want to wear too much. Play it. Get played out.
Oh yeah, no. That's like no. I didn't want to. I didn't want to ruin it. Like it was starting to get a little musty, so like I just put it to the side so we can hand wash it later.
Damn.
I just forgot. I just forgot. Yeah, I actually was wearing it, but I forgot. Like I wore it too much.
That's right.
Because I love you.
Like, yeah, I actually lost it. Somebody on the street said that shit is so tight. Can I have it? And I let them have it.
I was like, dude. I was like, you know what, dude? You take it. My wife can just make me another one. Yeah, she should make me another one.
And you know what's weird? She comes out, she goes, oh, that's weird because it's right here. I found it in the dumpster behind the old Blockbuster, the abandoned Blockbuster.
Right? Be like, look, I'm not gonna lie. Like the second you did that, like I almost wish I was ready because I just want to be like, ooh, she's. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. Oh man, that's crazy. I didn't know.
Are you sure that's the same one?
Like, no, you sure? She'd be like, no.
I don't think that's not the same one.
She's like, actually, I have you on camera. Like, oh,
let me see that.
Like, wait,
that's not even me. No, that's not even me.
No, man, that's
AI. That's AI. That's the AI.
That's AI right there. They didn't give me. That's Studio Ghibli right there. That ain't me. But no, I do agree with this. Like GTA, that shit's gonna be $500. We're motherfuckers gonna be paying actually, I won't say 500, but I could see a world where GTA 6 winds up costing
like
$120. Yeah, like one.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about deluxe, ultimate.
Mm-hmm. No, that's 150 right there. The regular one's just gonna be 120, 115, something like that. Yeah.
Look, I'm just saying, man. Look, and I ain't gonna lie. And see, this is how I know I ain't shit. Cause like the second that like someone tells me at the cash register, yeah, man, that's gonna be it's gonna be 135, 78. I'm gonna be like literally
no,
like, oh man. And then you're gonna hear this shit. I'll be like, oh man, now I'm gonna have to make some choices. So nah, so we ain't eating tonight. We ain't eating tonight. That's shit. I guess I'm gonna have to look no, y'all eat. I'm just gonna eat GTA 6. That's gonna be my sustenance.
Yeah, your wife would be like, yeah, like you had a choice,
right?
No,
like
we're eating. You go eat some video games. You want to spend $140 on a goddamn video game? That's what you gonna get. You got food at home. It's called GTA.
Like,
GTA 6.
Said trade the sweater.
Yeah.
Trade the sweater. Hey, look, man, we're on a barter system right now. Hey, can
That's
I trade
right.
this in? Look, and then the motherfucker's gonna hit you like, best I could do is like 250. Like, oh yeah. No.
Oh hell! No, I tell you what. If they hit me with that 140, 120 with that, I'll be like that one dude. Okay, I think I could do that. I think I'm gonna do that. Hey, can you hold on to this for me? Like I'm gonna come back.
Yeah,
I'm gonna come back because that's nice. That's nice. Actually, not that bad a price. I had it back to them. And then they don't never see my ass again.
Right?
Nope.
I'm like, yeah. Well, hey, I gotta go run to my car. I left my wallet in the car.
Yeah, but that's good. Talk to people in the line behind me. Hey, that's a deal. You don't want to pass that up. I'm gonna be right back, man.
Good shit. Dude, that's that good shit, man. That's that fire.
Look, I've
That's
never
that fire right there.
like in modern gaming, like not talking about like the 90s or the aughts, but probably since like definitely not past the 2010s have I ever really been into like cracked gaming, right? But I'm telling you right now, if we see games, if I look on the Steam on Steam games and I'm seeing $100 games for AAA games, hey, it's time to spin her up, put on the old hat, and like, oh, let's see who's cracked it, you know, because you know how cracked games are. It depends the ass. They might have viruses or they don't update right. Exactly. Got to get them. Got to get the Luffy on.
I'm just saying, look, just come aboard.
Yep.
Come aboard.
Hey, you want to play GTA Online with us? Ooh, I can't.
Oh, nah, man. Nah, actually, I don't play
now with my copy.
Games.
Yeah, I don't play online games anymore.
Look, wait a minute. Like when they hit you with the yeah, man. We about to squad up on Steam. Hey, we tried to send you an invite, but it keeps saying you don't got the game, and then
he's like who I should worry about. The government
because he does it every single
player
day.
after any of the ends of these
Yeah. What fears left the chat.
Yeah. Look, they're gonna have to miss it. And so here's the fucked up part. We as consumers do have the power to do something about this, but we won't, right? Because I'm talking to how many people are in the chat right now, and everybody's talking about online, but the sales are the only thing that matters.
100%.
And if enough people buy it, they're gonna do it. So here's the funny thing about tariffs. Here's the funny thing about the what they call it, the logistics cycle or the supply chain. The supply chain broke during COVID, and that's why the Putin invaded. That's why the gas is priced. You know what's funny about that shit? You ever noticed whenever you see something like prices go up for something, it's because of this event or because of this thing? And unless we're talking about maybe gas or, we're talking about like plane tickets or something, but if we're talking about actual commodities, right? You notice the bitches never come back down. They're like,
Yeah.
hey,
It's
that famine that, remember we said like bread was like $3 more. That they're at the port. Hey, so that famine ended like 8 months ago. People are still buying bread. Like, no. So
Yeah.
we're all agreeing we're not changing the price, right?
Right. They'll look at the consumer and be like, oh no, dude, that's terrible. And then look
Hey.
over their shoulder and be like,
Yeah, keep it going. Keep it going. Matter of fact, raise it $2 more. I heard QAnon is saying that there's a secret war going on. Raise it $2 more. That'll be the proof they need. People are gonna buy it. People are gonna buy it.
It's gonna be done. We don't, like, honestly, we don't have that kind of activism anymore. Like, okay, I'm gonna tell you what we would need. We would need a target level boycott, like the type of boycott that Target is facing right now because of how they got rid of their DEI initiatives. Yeah, like because Target is hurting. They are like, dude. I was telling somebody the other day, what's this shit I got? Look, let me pull this shit out the garbage.
Shrinkflation, yep.
Look, dude, somebody gave me a Target gift card for Christmas that I had been holding on to. Let me tell you, this motherfucker even this shit ain't getting spent. Like, I'm not even spending this. I'm not even giving Target their own money back. That's how much I'm not fucking with Target right now.
So you know me and principles. I'm with you. I applaud it. But Target already got that money, right?
Oh no, they already got the money, but it's like I'm not walking in there because I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna have to
order that shit online. Order that shit online.
Well, no. So I'm gonna tell you what I did. So the reason why I never spent it to begin with is because I was actually going to buy something online, but then like everything that I would find, it would always be some shit that's like just over the amount.
Okay. Yeah. And you don't want to pay not a dime. It better be
shit.
You got this much because it's already spent, right? They got their money. Like if it's 2501, I'm not getting it.
No, that's it. It's like that. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It is what it is. I don't make the rules, man. I don't make the rules. I just play by them. But that said,
order online and return it. That's smart.
Dude, you know what?
They've been getting smart with that shit though. There's like codes now. You try to return something you bought with a gift card. Sometimes they'll be like, "Oh, this is bought with a gift card. We'll give you a new gift card with the money on it." I'm like,
man,
"Damn,
fuck
bitch, you bitch."
Y'all ain't shit. But no, right now. Also not really related. Well, kind of related. If you are someone who has like a hobby that requires items made in China, well, good luck with that. I have actively made the choice that I am no longer in the board game hobby because a lot of the games that I get are made in China, so that price is going up. The collectible,
how much has it gone up for that?
I think they said the tariffs for China was like 37%.
Have you already seen it reflect in the deals?
No, I haven't seen it reflected yet, but basically everyone I know in the hobby has basically said, like, okay, so basically this is what I've been told. Every person I know who has a game out, like that was on Kickstarter, or anyone I know who has backed a game on Kickstarter, they've all said the same thing. Expect to get an email saying, "Hey, we know you already paid, but we got to bust your head one more time. We got to bust your head one more again.
Either that or get a refund.
One more again. Oh, and then wait. Here. I didn't know about this. I did
the extra.
Yeah, Paris and Matthew just put me on game. They said, yeah, it's like it's over 50%. It's over 50% now because China said, okay, cool, add some more on that. Yeah,
That's right.
They said, oh yeah, add some more. So basically, yeah, no, I can't. I just can't. And honestly, I think a lot of other Oh yeah, dude. The skincare influencers. Dude, I want to see what happens to Temu. I want to see like what happens like
God.
Temu and all those. What was that? Was it Shine or Sheen or whatever the fuck it
They're
was
gonna,
called?
they're gonna get smart and they're gonna move their shit to Korea. Watch.
Mm-hmm. Oh, art supplies, bruh. Don't even start. Don't even start.
Damn, I just bought. Oh yeah, look what I bought.
Oh, what you got?
Like a whole thing of the case I bought locally. I bought like a local bookstore, but I got some
I like
pencils from Karan Ache or something. Every time I say it, I want to say bless you, but yeah. So speaking of art supplies, man, I'm like, oh, of course. Right when I want to start getting back into art, they're gonna be like, hey, by the way, art supplies back up. I'm like, damn, son of a bitch. I guess I will be doing digital art.
Ooby Dooby Doo just said Marvel Legends have already jumped up from $3 to $10. Ain't that about a bitch?
What's that? A card game?
No,
or a board game?
The action figures. Collectible
shit.
figures. Like, you see them in Walgreens, which is one of the oddest places to see them. But like, I remember I used to go to Walgreens because no one really thought to look in there when I used to collect them, and I would pick them up. But like, yeah, they like anytime there was like a new movie or TV show coming out, they'd always have like some new shit out. Like, and they're good figures. They're really nice figures. They're not like SH Figure Arts nice, but I mean they're nice. They're nice. Oh, and then right here, Xylism just said it, and I'm kind of slick glad that I already got. I'm kind of slick glad that I've already got mine. Because some of y'all know I use an XP pen to do my art on, and I got an XP pen tablet. I'm kind of glad I already got mine, because bruh, yeah, I couldn't even imagine. I could not even imagine. Yeah, all electronics. We are all about to get raked over the coals over this shit. But here's the thing, and leave it to Republicans to bring this up. I actually saw, I forget exactly who, maybe it was Rand Paul or whoever the fuck. I saw a Republican actually bring this up and said the last time the tariffs came up like this, I think he said like 80% of the Republicans who voted for it got voted out. And he said they basically lost they lost the vote for like a generation or two. So I'm actually hoping that while it's gonna suck, maybe there'll be some good that comes out of it.
Here's what I can say, just because I don't want to say I'm a pessimist, but I definitely am jaded. Like I don't trust people to do the right thing ever anymore. So here's what I can see happening, just because I think most people are just stupid. At least 51% of this nation are just dumb people.
Yeah.
I think Trump tanks the economy, right? And we get all our shit. And then 9 months before, let's say like this time next year, about 6 months out from the midterms, all the tariffs go away. Magically, all the deals are made, the tariffs gone. And how much are you going to see grocery prices drop? All of a sudden, everything is super cheap. And people are going to be too stupid to go, oh, you wrecked it. And then when you took away the things that was wrecking it, you want to act like it was some big plan, and this is what you were planning all along. And I'm telling you, they're going to be like, see, man, that motherfucker's a genius. 6D chess. Yep.
Oh, this is what I was going to say, too. I think I told you about this one. This tablet that I got. This is an XP pen as well. It's it's called a Magic Drawing Pad. It's basically just a glorified Android tablet, but
okay.
It's got the.
That's right. I use my wife's iPad if I want to like practice like any digital art.
I'm actually thinking about getting, because Cersei's expressed an interest in wanting to get into digital art. So I was actually thinking about letting her take this one, and I was thinking about getting myself an iPad just because I really want to fuck with Procreate, and I'm actually looking for every excuse to find alternatives to Adobe shit. So yeah, because Adobe out here fucking up too, and yeah, like I'm like, look, man, y'all about to have me out here using GIMP like a motherfucker. Like, don't play with me. I don't even like.
Don't you use Clip Art, Clip Art Studio, or whatever's going?
Oh, I use Clip Studio, but like
Studio,
I'm also it's also kind of slick. Why I was trying to figure up a way to start making thumbnails in Clip. There's just certain shit Clip can't do that Photoshop can, or like you can do, but like you either have to do it like manually or you have to like go through some extra steps to get it done. So yeah. But that's basically oh wait, someone said turn. Oh, I can do that. I can do that. How is Robo sounding? Is Robo good? Does he sound good?
Oh, was that quiet?
No, someone told me to turn my mic up.
I'm
double
turn my shit back down.
I'm double checking my shit just in case too, because I know sometimes my shit will get low, and sometimes I turn it down, not thinking about it.
Triple Dot says we both sound good.
Okay, bet. That's you know what? Let's use that as a segue to kind of get us back on track here.
Yeah.
So we mentioned earlier, John Boyega said something so controversial and yet so brave. He spoke the truth. He actually spoke the truth that Star Wars fans did not want to hear, apparently. And honestly, I like when I saw that he was like trending for one reason or another, and I was very confused. I didn't understand fully what was going on. And someone like, and I saw these people, like all these, you know, the usual suspects getting mad.
Of course.
Oh, he's making it about race. Oh, he's making it political. Oh, he's being racist. He's being
like
racist
they do anytime somebody not black, not white is on the cover.
Right.
Exactly what they do.
And I just thought, okay, well, this is happening. I was like, he must have said something, you know, man, what could he have said to warrant this kind of outrage, you know, on the internet in this day and age? Which, I mean, for those that, you know, maybe you do, maybe you don't know. I don't know. And if you don't know, I can't help you. But y'all know what the internet is for now.
The internet has given everyone in America a voice, and evidently everyone in America has chosen to use that voice to bitch about movies.
That's basically what it is. That's what they do. Yeah, that's what they do. That's what they do with the internet now. That's what we've done with it.
This is something I do want to see though. I want to see if it makes it past the millennials. Because I think it's Gen Xers and millennials who grew up with this stuff in our childhood. And then grew up to be adults that are really mad that shit changes. I want to see when it's time for the Gen Zers to make their channels and become nerd channels. Are they gonna get? They're ruining my childhood. Probably everybody does it.
I mean that's what they always aim for. But ultimately, what was going on is that John Boyega basically said some stuff that I thought was pretty standard shit. It's shit I say all the time, and it gets about like not the same reaction because, you know, I'm nowhere near as famous as he is, nor am I tied to a $1 billion franchise the way he is. Though I mean that will change. That is something I plan to change. Some of you who may or may not have been keeping up. You've probably seen. I know I leaked this the other day, and a lot of people didn't take me serious.
An intern leaked it.
Yeah.
We're so mad at them.
I was so mad because I don't want to get fired. I don't want to be fired. I talked about this. I think an intern leaked it. Like they got a hold of my Threads account, which is just wild, right? Like who does that? Like who does that to somebody? Who does that to somebody? Like, and I wanna let Disney know that I have fired that intern, which, to be fair, they weren't being paid to begin with. So that's also right. That's also kind of an issue in and of itself. But I just wanted to share that I am in fact a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now I actually I got to show it off the other day. I got y'all didn't get to see it, but I did have a chair. I actually did have a chair at the they just forgot to put it out. They forgot to put it out, so Marvel was like, "Hey, look, we forgot to put it out. So look, just don't say anything. We're gonna do another 5.5 hour live stream, and then we'll show the chair then. We'll show it then." But
here's what I need somebody to do. I need one of y'all out there to use your big brain and figure out what the name is that behind this chair. So we know who Blerd erased. Whose chair did Blerd just jack? Like, nah, bitch. It's mine now.
No. It was nothing like that, man. It was nothing like that. That was no. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. That was an intern that did that. That was an intern. That's my chair. It was. See, what they did is they airbrushed my name off the chair.
That's that, and then you had the original still.
I had the original, so basically,
yeah.
So basically, what it is, I restored it.
Yeah, that's right.
I just gave y'all the Blerd Without Fear cut of the Avengers Doomsday 5.5 hour live stream. That's what I gave y'all. But no, in all seriousness though, no, John Boyega, once again, he had some stuff to say, and what he had to say basically was to the tune of, he says, "Let me tell you, Star Wars always had the vibe of being the most whitest elite space. It's a franchise that's so white that a black person existing in it was something." Now, once again, so far, I detect no lies.
0 lies.
So far, that answer is correct. His next statement was, "You can always tell it's something when some Star Wars fans try to say, well, we had Lando Calrissian and had Samuel L. Jackson. That's it. He said, it's like telling me how many cookie chips are in the cookie dough. It's like they scattered that in there, bro." Correct again. So this is where we get to the kind of the final parts of his statement, and this is where I think we're really going to see whether or not was he able to stick the landing. Do y'all think John Boyega was able to stick the landing with this statement? Because there's still one more piece. There's still one more piece, and it basically says they're okay with us playing the best friend, but once we touch their heroes, once we lead, once we trailblaze, it's like, oh my God, it's just a bit too much. They're pandering. You know what? He did it again. He is 3 for 3.
You know what you needed right here? You needed a a GIF or a clip of a bunch of people holding up tens.
Actually,
like for the Olympics.
You know what? I got something even better.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
That's it. That's the
there
one.
You go.
That's it. He had it. He nailed it. There was
it.
There's no other answer. There's no other answer. That was the only answer. The only answer that was acceptable. And honestly, I will say this. You know what? John Boyega actually did have one more statement to add to that I forgot. I actually have live footage of this of him saying this. He also said
These white men are dangerous.
Yep.
Oh, okay, yeah, that was it. Okay, so there you go. That was his whole statement.
Yep.
There you go. He's 4 for 4. He's 4 for 4.
That was a winter. That was in the winter. He he hadn't got his true melanin amount yet. But
I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, dude, he nailed it. He nailed it. I don't know. I don't really know what else to go with there.
Look, his deal is that he nails it. Yeah, and you're right. This is something we have been saying since episode 1 of Nerds of Culture, and you and I have been saying this since even before that, long before that.
Yes.
These people do not like seeing anybody else in their space. And if there is anybody else inside this white safe space that they call their media, listen to that white chick on the Jubilee, on the Jubilee deal, the old Nazi, the Nazi chick, right? What she said when she was out there talking about this is a white country. Like, when you think America, you think white. Am I lying? Like, she said that, right? And it was
she did.
Oh, can you believe it? Oh, you know what though? He's right. She's a Nazi. But go around the world and ask, what's America? What is an American? If you close your eyes thinking of American man, do you see Ernie? Do you see me? The product that this country has sold is the white American. That is by design. This is built on white supremacy, which is why the entire world, when they think American, they think white people. Nobody thinks an Australian and thinks of an Aboriginal Australian. You know what I mean? Who've been there for fucking 70,000 years, They think of Crocodile Dundee. This is the way white supremacy works. And when you dare invade that space, and it's not on their terms, not as the stereotypical, what is it, comedy relief, or the person, the angry black woman, or super smart Asian, or super hot Asian woman who really looks a lot younger than she is, just weird shit. Or spicy Latina. Don't forget spicy Latina who will fucking cut you. She'll cut you if you date, if you make her mad or something. It's just like, these are yes, of course. I want tons of black, brown, Asian, yellow. I want all of you on them. I want you in there in the way that I want you in there. No, you cannot come here on your own terms. Which is why he's right. He fucking nailed it. When you touch their heroes, it becomes, oh, you're the samurai in this game? Wait, time out. If you're somebody I could hire, if you're an NPC I could hire, nobody would have said fucking shit.
Nope.
You know what? I'll go further. If old dude played himself, right? And in the new Assassin's Creed games, was it the character? But he was an NPC that you would eventually come across. Nobody would have had a problem.
Oh yeah, no.
Not a chirp. Yeah, well, you put him on the cover. That's our space.
No,
that is out. That's you cannot. Yep.
That's when that's when they start losing their minds. That's when they start freaking out. That's when it's when you start getting.
Oh, won't somebody please think of the children?
That's when they start clutching their pearls and shit. They're like, oh my god, why? But no, the thing is, it's not just limited to John Boyega, because I mean, let's be real. We saw how they did Reva on Obi-Wan. We saw they did her. We saw they did her on Obi-Wan. And here's the thing. Now, you could make the argument that the reasons that the reasoning behind why people bullied Ahmed Best was because they hated Jar Jar Binks that much. But at the end of the day, I think they felt more comfortable bullying him because he was a black man. Now, granted, they also gave old boy Anakin his run for his money too. Both of them. But
well, here's to prove your point.
Mm-hmm.
How many videos have you seen where content creators or just media personalities in general feel bad for kid Anakin? Like, man, we bullied him so hard and and that's kind of fucked up and blah blah blah. I never heard nobody talk about regretting this.
No,
never heard one person talk about it.
Not one person, not a one. And here's the thing: it doesn't even end there. It doesn't even end there because we also had an even more recent example with Amanda Stenberg on the Acolyte. She faced tons of and even in situations where I think there was like a couple of instances where she gave some pushback, and in other instances where she just said, "Yeah, I don't even want to be a part of the discourse." And like people, like it didn't matter what she said, everyone took it like it was always the same people. It was always the same people taking it the wrong way. When she tried to defend herself, they're like, "Oh, see, she's committing reverse racism against us." Yeah, she hates the fans. She's blaming the fans because we suck.
Right.
And then when she said that she didn't want to be a part of the discourse, oh, can't take it, huh? See, she can't hack it. It's like bullying. It's like taking their bullying is supposed to be some badge of honor or some shit.
Right.
And then hell, you can take being black out of the equation. Take being black out of the equation. I'll present this other exhibit. Yep. And that's Kelly Marie Tran, who got talked about so bad for simply being an Asian character.
Existing,
playing an Asian character in which is so crazy for a franchise that steals so much iconography from Asian culture, but because it's stolen valor, that's exactly what it is, it's stolen valor. These white fans, they get even more angry about it. Cause like, no, you're trying to take it's almost as if they treat whenever you add like an Asian person, when you add a Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese, whatever, doesn't matter, some persuasion of Asian, you add that to Star Wars, and it's almost as if you dared to walk into the museum and take back the relics that the Europeans stole from these people's ancestors. Like, oh no, you're not allowed to do that. We stole these fair and square. That's basically how they treat Star Wars. It's like, nope, you're not allowed to take your culture back from us. We're allowed to take culture, and and now your culture's our culture. And you can't claim it anymore. You don't get to have it. That's basically what they do. That's basically what they do.
That's what. Yes, Marcus Bullock stole.
Yeah, they stole. Yes.
That was my favorite part about going to Paris. We did me. I'm gonna be that. So Maneater got us a walkthrough tour of the Louvre. And we got to all these things, and we got to the African part, and there was like the Sphinx. There was a Sphinx there, and there was a piece of that. And I sat there, and I was like, huh. And he was like, stop. I go, so is this are these like replicas to like show us what it is, or are these like actually from like Egypt or whatever, the thing was from? Oh no, yeah, these are actually from the area, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay. Well, I know there's a lot of news about this that I'm playing like I don't know, so I don't like seem like I'm too combative. And I'm like, is there like talks? Like, are they supposed to go back to the country they're from? This was so uncomfortable. He's like, oh yeah, a lot of these are going back. They have there are like agreements. And, like, okay, I was just wondering.
Oh no, I would have been a miserable motherfucker to that tour guide, because the whole time I would just be asking, when, how,
yeah, poor tour guy. He's like, "God, this accent's not even real, man. I don't work here. I don't fucking know. Can I just do this?"
Yeah, it's like, no. I mean, like, it's
Yeah.
not over. Like,
Yep.
It's not over till I say it's over.
You know what's sad, LA Chillin'? You know what's sad?
It was,
is that like I do like I find it funny, especially when we're talking about Americans, right? White culture. Well, there is no white culture, right? Because white is not a real thing.
no.
But if we're talking, if we like zoom in and we're not being too like pedantic about it, there's tons of white culture. You know what I mean? There's tons of like fucking thousands and thousands and thousands of years of German and Nordic and you know, like even the English Isles with the Druids and like there's just so much shit. And they're like, nah, we want yours. We want yours over there.
It's crazy because I'm like, dude, you got your own shit.
Yeah, and old and ancient. It's not like it's America where we like have to steal everything because we literally don't have anything of our own.
Right. No. It's insane to me though, because I feel like I feel like people get it twisted when they think about, you know, like what constitutes culture or what is, you know, maybe too much cultural, you know, what is an egregious amount of cultural appropriation? Like if you want to admire someone's culture, you know, or, you know, from afar, you know, like in this particular case, we're talking about like Star Wars, where hell, the very first Star Wars film, Episode 4, New Hope, it's a widely regarded open, you know, I wouldn't even call it open secret. It's just public knowledge that movie was basically George Lucas's take on Akira Kurosawa's The Hidden Fortress. That's not even speculation. That's not even speculation at this point. It's widely regarded public knowledge. And you know, the fact that the look of Darth Vader was basically supposed to put you in the mind of a shogun. You know, the iconography and the trappings of the Force and the Jedi, you know, and all that stuff. It's like literally this is all just, you know, analogs for actual real world non-white cultures.
Right.
So I find it infinitely hilarious when some sweaty ass, pimple faced, neck bearded ass white nerd is mad because people who don't look like him are enjoying the thing that he enjoys. I'll never understand that shit. I will never understand someone being mad at someone else for enjoying something that that you also enjoy. Like, could you imagine? Like I just want to put this out here because I just to give you guys the perfect example. Do you guys think that I, the Blerd Without Fear, would get angry if I saw someone enjoying Kamen Rider or Super Sentai? Do you think I would get angry? No, you don't get to enjoy this. This is mine. Only I get to enjoy it. You can't have it. No, this is. I gotta like put myself between you and it, so I have to protect it.
That's
like,
right.
No, dude, fuck all that. I ain't got that kind of fucking
That's
time,
right.
dude. If you like some shit, you like some shit. And I think that, you know, Star Wars, like everybody treats Star Wars like it's some sacred. Like, to give you an idea of just how cooked Star Wars fans are, for the briefest of times when I started doing videos about Star Wars, there were moments I almost considered turning the comments off. There were moments I almost considered, just because there were just instances where people were just being really
Got bad.
ugly. Yeah, people was being really. What does this jigaboo know about Star Wars? Like, it's like, dude, come on, man, stop.
Damn.
Like, stop. It's like, and it's not just Star Wars. It's all sorts of fandom.
It's the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's all of it.
Like,
it's all of it.
It's Lord of the Rings. It's Star Wars. It's, you know, hell, anime in general, which you know what I always find funny? It's always some shit that actually doesn't belong to white people. It's always some shit that does not really like explicitly like belong to white audiences. Like I could give you Star Wars and like Star Trek because they were made by white people, but like a lot of the stuff that like is used to tell stories in those different fandoms, it's all stuff that comes from elsewhere. Like, Star Trek is literally about a multicultural human society that got past their bigotry and decided to, like, go out and travel the stars and try and better themselves. Like, you look at Star Wars. Yeah, it's a lot of white people, but it's also white people living in a world where there's tons of other motherfuckers that ain't white.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, granted, not many of them are other colors, your creeds, but like there's tons of aliens, like and
oh, that's funny you said that because somebody else put in the chat about that, saying like one of the other chubs were saying like you can't call it not diverse because there were other aliens that were green and shit. I'm like,
oh yeah,
if you don't shut your ass out, you dumb
dude, get that shit out of my face.
No, but you're right though. Like it's like they take a media that's like, okay, even if it's made by them, it's almost always with the messaging that is counter to everything that they believe. You know, Star Trek, Star Wars, all of it is counter to what they believe. Somebody asked, I think it was Marcus, said, what is American culture that hasn't been stolen? G. Martinez Max says, American white culture exists as a culture of capitalism and cultural appropriation. Facts.
Yep, it does.
If I had to, I've actually thought about this before. What is true American culture? And I don't buy shit that's like adopted, by the way. There are grandfathers of color. There are. We got that from our granddaddies, though. You know, like European colonizers and shit. Gun culture, and gun violence is the only thing I could think of
that's American
that didn't come from somewhere else, and we just fucking love it. We fucking love it.
I just want to. I always like to keep this on deck because whoever was that said that I didn't see it, but whoever was talking about the the faux diversity. I always like to keep this on deck. Minorities. Just what do you think androids are? And mutants. It's like, oh, and for that matter, superheroes. Okay, first off, stop, Iron Man. Stop. Sit down. Not the
I think that is
thing.
right.
I've never seen anyone more right in the history of ever.
This entire situation is absurd. It's just like on 3D Man.
Yeah, same thing. It was the same.
It's just when he was talking about, he's like, "What do you mean? We have Hispanic lady 1, we have black guy 1, and we have gods. Look at that white god and that white god and that white god." You know,
it's like, oh wait. I thought that we were better than this. No, we're not. We're not better than this. We are in fact not better.
100%. Hey, you're right. I didn't see who I forgot. It says Black American culture, nerd large, 100%. 100%. I'm thinking, and you know what? And that does count. That does count as a global, because sometimes I think of things, I'm like, oh, that's kind of niche, right? Lowrider culture, you're like, okay, but that's like that's kind of niche. I wouldn't call that American culture. That's like that becomes its own subculture. Yeah. But no, I wouldn't even call, unfortunately for black folks, by the way, unfortunately for black folks, because then you end up with the premise of Get Out, where, hey, I want black music, I want black actors, I want black comedy, I want black slang, without any of the black people, which is fucking tragic as fuck.
It's like Paul Mooney said, everybody want to be a nigga, but nobody want to be a nigga. This right here, what Paris Yule was just talking about, when I was in England, they said I had an American cowboy accent. Like, a lot of people think that shit's a joke, Like when you would watch movies and TV shows and like it was always like an American hanging out with somebody who was like from somewhere else. It'd be like, oh, American, you cowboy. That's a thing. That's not like that's not Hollywood.
And you know what's fucked up about the Cowboys?
None of them.
That's from black folks and Mexicans. Yeah.
I'm about to say, you know,
not even white. What the fuck?
Look, you were more likely to see a white woman cowboy than you were to see a white man cowboy. You were more likely to see a Native American cowboy than to see a white male cowboy.
100%.
Like
100%.
I forget what the actual breakdown was, but I want to say, yeah, the vast majority of like cowboys as we think of them from just legend and just the idolization of it. Most of them were either black or Mexican.
Like the belt buckles, the lassoing, all that stuff, like the things that we think about when it comes to cowboy culture, rodeo, the hats, the 6 shooters on the side. That's all from fucking caballeros, the Mexican cultures that they got, and they took that shit. Bro, I learned. Let me tell you something embarrassing. This is embarrassing. I think I might be repeating myself. This is deja vu. If I said this before, whatever, I'm old. Do you remember the Alamo? Did I tell you all this? Remember the Alamo?
Oh yeah.
I learned that this year. I think it was like the end of last year. It was 2024 when I learned what the War of Texas Independence was about, and remember the Alamo.
Oh shit.
I thought it was like Mexico wanted it. Like I never thought it was like a great thing. Like I'm sure it was some shit. I don't know. Nope. Texans wanted to keep slavery, and Mexico had already outlawed it.
Oh shit.
And they're out there, and I'm like, so Mexico let y'all live there. Said, hey, yeah, come on down. You're good.
Come on through.
And then Texans are like, nah. I want to bring slaves too, though. Mexico goes, well, you can't do that. You can come live here. We want people out there, settling the land and cultivating the land. But you can't bring slaves. Sorry. Like, well, we're gonna. And the old US of A is gonna help us.
Right.
And then there was the war. And it was like, why did nobody tell me this? I thought it was just like an independence.
Right.
No. By the way, in unrelated news, the funding for museums and libraries is being taken away. The Smithsonian Institute has just took a huge funding cut. Totally unrelated to controlling history. Narratives.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
I wonder. Well, and here's the thing. I honestly, man, I feel like that's something that's going to come back to bite. I think it's going to be something that's going to come back and bite some people in the ass. And not the people that they're hoping for. Because here's the thing. You don't want... okay, if you're not going to teach... Like, okay, let's just say, for instance, you don't want to teach about Black history in schools. You don't want to teach about how Native Americans, indigenous people, had this country and how it was stolen from them. You don't want to teach that. Okay. But here's the thing. It's not going to stop anybody. It's not going to stop, like, it's not to stop us. Like, and this is what I think people need to understand. It's not to stop us from learning about that stuff, though that is a byproduct of it. Because the hope is that, well, they just won't get taught at home. Maybe the parents will be too lazy and not want to bother teaching them at home. But here's the thing. You're also having to look at the fact that it's just really about keeping the next generation of white people.
That's it.
From learning.
That's it.
About what's going on. That like it doesn't, like, honestly, like when they talk about like CRT and or they don't really talk about CRT anymore because I think that ship sailed. But like but when that was like the rage, it was never about making sure we didn't know our history. It was about making sure they didn't know our history.
That's right.
That's what it was ultimately about.
I mean, this might be a hot take. You're absolutely right. Let me tell you all something. I have heard. I feel like I could read people pretty well. Like I can read in your voice and your body language. Like, okay, you're trying to play me right now, or you're trying to like get a gotcha on me, or you're trying to do some, like, you know what you're saying right now, right? Like imagine JD Vance trying to debate you, or Ted Cruz trying to debate you, like knowing damn well they know they're lying, but they're gonna be better at debate than you. That type of shit, right? I have seen too many people who swear up and down they're not racist, who work with you just fine, and they don't say the N-word or nothing, and they give you a heartfelt, sincere, the Civil War was about states' rights and the federal government overreaching. And they're like, look, I know this because my...
Wrong answer. I just had to say it, yeah.
Well, it's not the full answer anyway, because, I'm sure shit was about states' rights. The states' rights to do what? You dumb motherfucker, keep going. You're almost there. You know what I'm saying?
It's like you're this close to me hitting the message
Yeah.
button. Like, you're this close. But now, because you bullshitting, I got to say...
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Like, I got to play that instead, because you played yourself. You played out.
But my point is like, I hear it. I hear it in their heads. I'm like, I'm watching their face, and like, they're not trying to bullshit me. They're not trying to like get away with racism. They believe in their heart of hearts that what their grandfather, who they love to death and think is a good person, is not racist at all, taught them this. Their father taught them this. Their big brothers, their uncles, like their mothers. It's like, I'm like, oh, you really think that it wasn't like, you know, that it was a part of it. It's like in the background, but that was not the main point.
That's it.
And then when you sit there and you feed them, and like, okay, have you? It's in the it's on the internet for everybody to read. Have you read the letters of secession from each of those states? Have you actually pulled them up to read them? Like, oh yeah, I learned about them in school. I'm like, okay, have you yourself pulled up the documents? And I watched so many people that cognitive dissonance just break in their mind, like, and they see state after state, Georgia, South Carolina, like all of them. The letters of secession literally are telling them that they have the right to own slaves, and this is the right of the white man, that God has given to the white man. And what? Who told you that it wasn't about slavery? They all. That's point number one for all of the states when they wrote the letters.
Time.
And they're like, you watch it in their face. They're like, well, yeah, I mean, it was a big deal at the time, but really, it was about the overreach to the federal government. I'm like, okay, you're just gonna, all right, you're dying on the hill there. Okay, got it. All right, I'm done talking to you.
Yeah, at that point.
They won't. They refuse.
I just accept. I was like, that person's cooked.
Mm-hmm.
They're cooked. There's no coming back.
That's right.
Like it's like
That's
motherfuckers
right.
be like, I'm not gonna lie. Any motherfucker that like fantasizes about the antebellum South, or like slavery, or the Civil War times, shit like that, like on some.
It's still real to me, damn it.
like they be doing it on that shit. I'm like, okay, yeah, you're cooked. You're cooked.
Yeah,
You think that you would be balling outrageous then? Like, and thing is, I want to keep it a buck. Most of the people that think they would own slaves in that time frame, no,
the fuck you weren't. No, the fuck you wouldn't.
You wouldn't.
Nope.
Not because you're principled. Not because you're a good person.
No.
It's because I'm gonna tell y'all something. This is something my granny used to tell me since I was a little kid.
Mm.
The only thing one thing on this earth that white people hate more than black people. Poor white trash.
Message. And that's the truth. That's true. And I try to tell people, I try to like, my family didn't even own slaves back then. Did you know most people couldn't own slaves? I'm like, yes, dummy.
Yeah.
And still, hundreds of thousands of people died in a war to fight it.
In a war to fight it.
and fight for it. And fight for it. You know what I mean?
No.
Like the South. Go ahead.
No. Because you're hitting on something that we fight today.
Bingo. That's where I was going.
Oh,
yep.
So yeah, there you go.
Yeah. We are tracking because sometimes I was just about to say, I'm like, what's funny is people sit there and like, man, couldn't be me. I'm like, it's you today.
Yeah.
It was me. I did 30 motherfucking years. I got 2 combat tours. I got PTSD. It was me. You know what I mean? I went over there and fucked up Afghanistan for what? For what? Because I'm rich? Because I'm an oil baron? Because I sell fucking arms? You know what I mean? Then we do it today. Like, God damn.
It's also the fact that like we have poor white people who defend the billionaire class on the same energy, with the same energy and zeal that antebellum South fanboys and fangirls use to defend owning slaves, regardless whether their families would have had money to own them or not. But just, just it was just the time, like because it's always on the hope. They do all the shit. It's always on the hope, on just the slimmest of chances that, maybe one day I'll be one of the elites. It's kind of like, it's why you see so many people try to defend the bill, like literal people who are dirt fucking poor, don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, and are out here defending people like Elon Musk. And the reason why they do that shit is because they hope that
that's hard work. That's hard work.
that 1 in 6 billion chance that they're gonna wind up becoming just as rich as he is one day, regardless of how ridiculous the idea of that happening would be. They're like, no, it could be me. It's like, no, it's not gonna be you, pimp.
Listen, this right here, this is from John Steinbeck. I love this quote. I had to look it up because I can never remember it verbatim, but verbatim. Socialism never took root in America because the poor sees themselves not as the exploited proletariat, but as temporarily embarrassed millionaires.
Mm-hmm.
Every broke person that's out there working their ass off, doing an MLM, playing the lotto every week. Just one day, they're going to be millionaires too, and they could be with the good people. And if you don't agree, then you're old dude from Django. You're Samuel Jackson from Django.
Oh yeah, you're Steve.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how dare you talk about them like that? Do you see what they have? Obviously, they worked hard. How dare you?
Well,
they're way smarter than us.
And see, for black people, for black and brown people, and other people of color, it's proximity to whiteness.
That's it.
For white people, it's proximity to power, proximity to wealth.
That's 100% it. Yep.
Like it's the same. It's the same. It's two sides of the same fucking coin. Because at the end of the day, like I said earlier, you got your poor whites that that want to be a part of that. They want to like they want to be. They're on that fucking Little Mermaid shit. Like, I want to be where the people are. Like, they want to be. They want to be a part of something. And the thing is, it sucks to be a part of something when that thing that you're a part of is just more people just like yourself who are dirt fucking poor and living paycheck to paycheck. You want to be hanging out with the motherfuckers that are like literally throwing away food, literally like wiping their ass with like $1 million. You think that like, if you put the cape on and you tap dance, whatever the white people equivalent is, do we have a word for? I don't know if we have a word for that.
What's that?
Like a word that's like the white people equivalent of cooning.
Bootlicker.
Oh, there you go. Bootleg. Actually, you know
Yeah,
even better.
I mean, it is. Anybody can be a bootlicker, but really, that's anybody, any class trader who's going to sit there and look at the people that are more wealthy than them and say that's them. You know what I mean? Bootlickers do in class what, you know what I mean, race traders do for race.
100%. 100%. And I'll just put it like this. Because I know we kind of got far afield, but this is I mean, even though technically we kind of went off on a tangent, the energy is no less different. The energy is still the same. The answer is still the same. Nothing.
Let me say this one bit, just real quick, just
ahead.
because of the show we have, and then we'll proceed. This class thing is not a white people problem. No. I need everybody in here to snatch up your nephew by their ear, to snatch up their little brother, or their older brother, their older sister by the ear. Black capitalism is not going to save y'all. Brown capitalism is not going to save us. There's no amount of hustling. There's no amount of money first. There's no amount of grinding and cash rules everything around me that's going to save us.
Nope.
Remember that, because they're all shit. Yes, even Jay-Z and Beyonce. Okay.
You just made me think about something. Oh my God. And it fucking broke my fucking heart. It broke my fucking brain to witness it. I don't know if any of y'all motherfuckers know what I'm talking about. I feel like most black people probably know who I'm talking about. There's a comedian by the name of T.K. Kirkland, who at one point in time I used to find funny, but as time has progressed, I have found him less funny. Largely because a lot of his comedy is rooted in sexism. It's one of those things where, like, he's one of those guys, like, you have like he's the black equivalent of like a trad wife, but like as a black male. Like he's that type of guy who he's old school, has like those old school values, like, oh, you
yeah,
and like
like what a boy was saying, I made a post about. No.
Same fucking picture.
Got it.
So,
yeah.
This guy was on, I think, was it Van Latham's podcast recently, and they were talking. You know what? Fuck it. You know what? I'm gonna pull this shit up because I think y'all need to see this shit. I normally would not derail us the fuck off the track like this, but I gotta be honest with y'all. Y'all just kind of need to see it for yourselves, because this is that motherfucker right here, because this shit got kind of slick ratioed. And I loved that most of the comments were eating this motherfucker up. Motherfuckers were eating his ass up, tearing this motherfucker a new one. So here, this is it. This is basically, he went on Van Lathan's podcast. And here, let me.
Nerd Large says TK is 65. He's literally a boomer.
Oh no, 100%. No lies. There are no lies detected here. There's no fucking lies detected here. And what I fucking hate to see, I hate seeing an old fool. Because man, like I used to be one of those people. I remember my mom and my granny both used to tell me this shit.
Mm-hmm.
That don't think just because someone's older than you that means they know more than you.
Nope.
And I remember being a kid, because like I was taught to respect my elders. Hey, the adults. They know what time it is. No, that's not true. There are plenty of old fools, and I want y'all. And here we're gonna play this clip, and I want y'all. There's a woman who is on the podcast. I don't fuck with Van Latham quite like that. Like, I mean, he has some good takes. He also has some bullshit ones too sometimes.
Sure.
But so I don't really just follow him that heavy. But there's a woman on the podcast. Fuck Van Lathan. I don't give a fuck what he has to say, because he kind of slick tries to downplay what TK Kirkland says. Like he tries to poke at it, but he doesn't necessarily try and hold that motherfucker's feet to the fire for saying what he says in the clip. But there's a black woman who was on the show, and I just want y'all to pay very close attention to what she says and the look on her face. That's all I'm gonna say.
All
All
right.
right, now I'm pulling up here. Let's here we go. I'm gonna run this back.
What do you mean assault? And when I look at Donald Trump in a way should be an inspiration to most people. And I'm gonna explain to you why. Watch this. Any man, it shows you that he was determined to do whatever it took. He stepped on people. He beat 34 felonies, touched a female, disrespected. I'm not talking about from a political point of view. I'm talking about achieving a dream. I'm not a fan of his. No, I don't want people to think.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, sounds like it. But that's how come it's good to hear what I have to say.
Give it to him.
No,
He-
you don't.
he
You
has
said
shown
inspiration though.
What determination is really about.
Or lack of morals. Like the things you described.
Yes, but listen, the world is about lack of morals, love.
But when I think of determination, I think of like a single mom busting her ass 3 jobs to like pay for her son to like have football cleats.
Mhm.
I don't necessarily think about the dude with $3 billion trying to take over the world.
It's two sides to that story.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think that Donald Trump, I think he's shown a hunger for power.
It's the same thing.
I don't know if it's a
No,
determination.
it's determination. Hunger for power is determination as well.
Hell no.
It's the will to want to win, right? It's based on your dream. When I hear a woman busting her ass, a mother busting her ass, 3 kids, whatever, you know what I see? Bad choices. A woman who slept with a person that didn't monitor who she was fucking.
This is so fascinating. So the choice
No. I just want to run it back just for a sec. Look. Wait for the look on her face.
This is so fascinating. So
I need
the
to save that as a
choice
GIF
to
right now.
Assault
That is,
the woman from
like-
Donald Trump. That's not a bad choice. That's
What do you mean assault?
well he assaulted some like Donald.
He was found
So I'm saying the
civilly
stuff that
liable.
Donald Trump does. That's not
No.
that's not a bad choice.
Everything Donald Trump did was bad,
Right.
but he didn't let it stop him. Is what I'm trying
And
to
she's
say.
not letting it stop her either.
Right. I totally
Bruh.
agree.
Yeah.
But all these guys, let's make sure we're clear.
Okay.
The woman made bad choices and found the way to achieve.
Or bad choices.
Or the wait, I just have
No,
to
let
say.
me finish before
Okay,
because I see where you're going.
Nah, they should let her
The
cook.
woman made bad choices and
For
achieved
real.
goals, right?
Right.
Donald Trump made bad choices as well, right? Still had the willpower to win, just like the mother who made bad choices finds a way to put her kids to school, find a way to achieve certain things in life. And
She's fuming.
no, I'm watching her.
Looking at me.
You know,
Rachel's about to blow.
listen. Yeah, look,
TK, Rachel about to blow. Give it to her. Rachel,
but
don't
Cook it.
fucking cook out.
And when I look at Donald Trump,
So
Trump,
that I just
You
look.
think she would cook him?
No, that was the
Damn.
clip. That was it. I need to actually go and look.
All
to
right,
see.
chat. We're gonna talk about this clip. Somebody, I know one of y'all can find this interview and find. I need a clip of her response, please.
Look. I'm looking right now to see because I think I'm almost positive he has this up on his. I'm almost positive he has this up on his YouTube. But
Well, if one of y'all could find me a clip of her cooking him or her response,
dude,
I'll give you a membership or a sub from Twitch, whatever side you find it on.
yeah,
But if he
'cause
beats you, then nobody gets shit. So how about that?
he's like, nah. He's like, y'all don't get a goddamn thing. Let's see here. So this has to be it. Because I see
TK is an old criminal. He got knocked out by Charlie Murphy from stealing from Eddie Murphy. Oh shit,
believe
that's
that shit.
him.
I
That's
believe
him.
that
I
shit.
heard that story. Damn.
Stole Eddie's watch. Yup. Okay.
Ain't that some shit?
I found the video, but I want to see if anyone else can find it. I'm just curious.
See, we just all right. So check this out. This is the kind of brain rot right here that we are getting. That has been. We like to attribute this sort of brain rot to people like Andrew Tate and the Red Pill crowd, right? Fresh and Fit, et cetera, et cetera. But like most things, this predates them. They're just another group of people jumping on the train to make money off of it. You know, Kevin Samuels predates them, and somebody predates Kevin Samuels. There have been people who have been preaching this BS
and me and Van was talking about this
for
I think in
quite a
New
while.
Orleans.
quite a while. But if you notice, when she calls out correctly, right, and the other dude calls out correctly, well, you're not talking about like what he did was good. No. But he had the willpower to push through it. Well, what do you think helped? What do you think gave him the determination, able to keep his head above water and lift his chin and keep on going? Could it be the couple $1 billion in his pocket? Could it be that? Could it be the fact that he's extremely wealthy? Unlike the working mom, who has to rely on relatives for childcare and then goes and works 3 jobs. Like, come on.
Life is different.
Come on. And that's if she has the relatives in the first place. Oh, man.
I can tell you this much. It's buried somewhere in the middle of this shit. But
see, I knew it was gonna take work. That's why if somebody wants to find it for us, so he can give us a thing, we could just listen to it.
Because I'm not gonna hold you. There's no way a motherfucker can say that kind of shit in front of me on my show and not get cooked.
She's got him.
You got to get.
She's
fried.
got him.
You got to get deep fried for that. I'm
no,
talking.
Hell no.
I'm talking like a fucking fried fucking bologna sandwich. I'm talking about like just like just get take the little spatula and hold them up. Like if I'm doing like some grilled cheese in the skillet, I got to fry you up like that. I got to fry you up.
I'm telling you right now. This dude said with his whole chest, straight face, I'm teaching some people here with all that. You know what it is? That beard dye is seeped into his skin. It got into his bloodstream, and it's affecting his brain.
Like that
he sat there and said, "Yeah."
He sweat too much and started running out his cheeks.
Yeah, he oh man, listen. This dude really said he included. He didn't have to include it.
No,
he could have said. He could have said people hating him. He could have said people constantly taking him to court. Right? These general statements that make it seem. He could have done that. He would have He would have still been wrong and stupid, right?
Oh, very.
But he literally said, touching women and all that.
It's like, excuse me?
In the sentence after, he should be an inspiration.
It's crazy to me too, because it's the reason why I'm not surprised guys like him, 50 Cent, so on and so forth, why they're so man, I'm not gonna hold you. I got beef with a lot of different I don't fuck with Ice Cube either no more. That motherfucker's on that bullshit.
No, hell no.
Yeah, he's on
after
that
his fucking Donald Trump meeting bullshit. Yeah. And now he came out with some anti-Trump shit recently. I'm like,
no.
People don't forget it's 2020's not that long ago. Shut the fuck up.
The internet is forever.
Snoop Dogg. Fuck Snoop Dogg. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Fuck Kanye.
Look, Snoop Dogg, Kanye, any motherfucker that performed, any motherfucker I want to say sponsor. Nelly. I looked at this.
What's up?
No, Carter just messaged me. He said, because he watching along. He said, I saw that dumbass shit at work. She didn't really get to cook him like you or me was hoping for. He said, you didn't even get to when he told old girl to listen and comprehend. Bruh.
And she didn't say nothing to that?
Nah, see, okay, look, I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. Fuck that I'm afraid to lose access shit. Somebody say some out-of-pocket shit.
Nope.
On my show, it's a wrap.
I'm losing access immediately.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Look, look, I'm gonna give y'all an example. Y'all know how much I fucks with motherfuckers like like David F. Walker or fucking Rodney Barnes. Or Kieran Gillen or Al Ewing or Gail.
But if they went out of pocket,
I'm like, No. I was like, no. I ain't letting you get out of here without like.
How about imagine Kieran Gillen? I want you to imagine Kieran Gillen is trying to tell you about racism, and then you're trying to educate him on why he's wrong. But you're being, you know how we would be. Kieran Gillen would get the kid gloves. We'd be like, no, well, here's why. Well, just let me explain to you real quick. And if he threw out you need to listen and comprehend, I'd be like, fuck all this shit out. Okay, fuck you. Hey, everybody in the chat, I'm gonna need some time slots. We're gonna interview anybody in the chat because I'm not getting any more interviews after this one. Kieran Gillen,
that's a wrap.
Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Hypothetical, by the way, we love Kieran Gillen.
Kieran Gillen is a woke king. He's cool.
Yeah.
But I mean, but the thing is, and I want people to understand this: there is no level of access that is so important that you can't speak truth to power, or in this case, just truth to motherfuckers that don't know shit. Because TK Kirkland is not powerful.
Ice-T is it's cool for Ice-T.
Yeah, like
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You know what it is? It's kind of like I was actually talking with my homie Quinn McGowan the other day. We were rapping about comic shit, but we were talking. We kind of got on the subject of that whole was it John Ballerjack? Which, by the way, yeah, I want to do a little. I want to do a little follow up.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but while I pull it up, because I need a good laugh. But no, so while we were talking about how, like, Stan Lee, he was a woke king for his time, but he wasn't like perfect. Let's keep
people need to stop deifying people.
That man was woke for his time.
For his time,
and
I guarantee you, not as woke as Bernie Sanders.
No, like I ain't talking Bernie Sanders woke. No, I'm talking about how, like, yeah, Stan Lee was probably a nice dude who probably did not use the N-word. He probably thought black people were okay. I won't say he just had the motherfuckers up in his house, but
he would have marched with Martin Luther King Stan Lee would be this. I hope Martin Luther King Jr. wins, but I can't go out there. It seems too dangerous. It's a little dark out there right now.
He's like, nah, he said that shit about Vietnam, so I got to hang back. But no, Stan Lee would be the type of guy, and I can't take credit for this. This is what Quinn said. But he said Stan Lee would be that type of guy who, like, you would be cool as a motherfucker with him, but every now and again, you're going to catch that gut punch. Every now and again, you're going to catch that gut punch of, like, casual racism.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about the 1960s.
Right.
Like,
right. Like today, it's blacks, but for him, it'd be like coloreds, and you're like, shit.
Yeah. Like, or, like, he might throw the word
right. You reminded me. Thank
around
you.
a little too liberally. Be like, whoa, wait. It's a little too close. A little too close.
And then his handlers behind him are like,
yeah, he's like, he's so. But no, I want to pull this up.
I'm about to lose access on this motherfucker too. No,
right? He's like, well, I just want to. I believe in humanity. I believe in humanity because you know what I just saw? So when this Kickstarter, when I first learned about it, was sitting at $65,000.
I remember.
On an asking price of 300 grand, 300 racks. 300 racks. What do you think it's at now?
61. 65, 64. Yeah.
It got some extra money. But here's the thing. I want to point something out. That 65 was like over 2 weeks ago.
When was the last time we did it? When we talked about this 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And that's all that's come up. He's not getting that money.
No,
and the only reason why this pisses me off, it would be funny if this wasn't a real story with real evidence that we're not going to get to see because he's not getting paid for it.
Yeah, and I remember someone tried to argue with me on Threads about this, trying to say, because I kept telling him, I was like, this dude is performative. I was like, he is not for real. And they were like, no, he needs the money because blah, blah, this. I said, dude, he's already said he is not going to release the information or the footage if he doesn't get the money. He has already emphatically said that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, maybe he might. No, he won't. Because here's the thing. If he was going to do it, he wouldn't need a fucking Kickstarter to do it. He just would have released the shit. And then dudes trying to be like, oh, well, no, he released it before, but no one really paid any attention. I said, no. Okay, I said, look, let me keep it a buck with y'all. If I had video evidence that Stan Lee, the legendary Stan Lee, was being abused by his handlers, fuck the Blerd Without Fear platform that I have now. If I was just some regular ass fucking normie, no YouTube channel, if I post that shit, that's just going viral tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So I said the fact that he wasn't able to capitalize on it, despite the fact he supposedly released it for free before, that just means he sucks at what he does. Stop. Because here's the thing. If he actually wanted to do something about it, because people kept trying to white knight for him. Well, he wasn't in a position of power. He could have said something. You don't got to be in a position of power to be a whistleblower.
That's right.
Most whistleblowers are not in a. That's kind of the reason why they're whistleblowers, because they're not in a position of power.
I've thought about this. I was like, this is when we first talked about it, however many weeks ago, that if he provided like, no, here's what you guys are missing. I've lost everything. I had to put the second on my house. I put up this amount of money for this. I need to recoup it or else I'm financially ruined for the rest of my life. That's why. And you provided it. I might be like, okay. I don't know how the fuck you spent $300,000 on a documentary when fucking Terrifier did that shit with bubble gum and 16 cents. Like, but it would make a little bit more sense, you know?
They're like, wait a minute. Here, let's see. Here, wait.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Is that enough for Terrifier?
Wait a minute.
How about one Terrifier?
Terrifier. Wait a minute. Here, I ain't got much, but I can put a quarter on it.
He's like, you know what? that just doubled our budget.
Wait a minute. Fuck that shit. I just watched Popeye the Slayer Man last night. That motherfucker had the budget of a cheese sandwich.
Let me see if we can find it. We're gonna watch it. Okay, there's a whole ass movie now. Popeye,
the Slayer Man.
The Slayer Man budget.
Popeye the Slayer Man.
All right, we can't use that one. We can't use that one. You're gonna be mad.
Oh man, wait. How much? How much did it have?
20 million.
20 million? Oh what?
20 million. I knew it was gonna piss you off because obviously the shit, it was shit. Who spent 20 million?
I'm not gonna lie. Someone would have to go to jail. that is fiduciary negligence. Whoever spent $20 million.
That's embezzlement. That's embezzlement.
No, somebody paid for a house. Somebody, because let's look at this.
Who put out that movie, Black Sands?
Man, ooh, look, because I want to show y'all something. I want to show y'all something. Terrifier 1 had a budget of 35 grand.
I'm saying
35 grand. That ain't shit. That's just that's one person's salary.
Mm-hmm.
That's one person's salary. And then here, I thought you one better. Terrifier 2, objectively better than Terrifier 1. 250 racks. And Still less than what he's asking for his day. And here's the thing. And I'm gonna say something controversial yet so brave. While I like Terrifier 3 a lot, I do not think it is better than Terrifier 2.
Fair.
And that shit cost $2 million. And I actually had some questions about where that money went.
$300,000
Get the fuck out of my face with that shit.
for some shit that he did in Adobe Premiere. He put together
right here. It says, man, Robert Rodriguez will make that documentary on a used Android phone for $100. Stop,
man.
Stop, dude.
Documentaries are famous for how inexpensive they are to make. That's what they're famous for. You gotta travel. Hey, but you know what's funny? This motherfucker don't have to travel anymore because Stanley's dead. Where are you traveling to? Where are these costs coming from?
It's like ain't like you got to go pick him up. Here, I want to see something. I want to see something. How did he say how that guy say how long that documentary he didn't I don't think he said on the Kickstarter.
I don't know
how much footage he had. He may have said
Anarchy Hamster, yes, Emma Frost, new trailer, Marvel Rivals. I'm hyped. New big bad is Ultron. You see Loki in the back. Watch that trailer. You see Loki talking to Doom. So is Doom coming to be a playable character? We'll see. I'll tell you what, that game is gonna have me heart and soul for a while.
Oh man, I can't let it have me.
Goddess. I got the Goddess of Thunder, where it's the Asgardian Storm skin.
Mm-hmm.
When you get the MVP, she goes, whoa, and then she holds her hand down, and Mjolnir comes in there. Man, it motivates me to be that much better.
This guy. I'll say this much. I just did the quick math. The average for a documentary is about $1,000 per minute of film. Now, okay. Let's say he made a 90, like I'm lowball here because documentaries aren't always like very long. Sometimes they're hours, sometimes an hour and a half. I'm going to just say we're going to say 90 minutes. Let's say he has a 90-minute documentary in him. That's still only 90 grand.
That's it.
That's 90 grand. So what the fuck does he have?
It's probably less than that.
Right. So it's like, so the question I have is, what the fuck does he need 300 grand for? What was it for?
Profit.
Yeah, because shit,
that's what
I'll tell you this. Robo and I collectively put together what was effectively a 2-hour, 2.5, I would dare say maybe 2.5, almost 3-hour documentary worth of Black.
Oh yeah, Black History Month.
And we did that shit for fucking free.
Yep.
So
he got but he made about 300,000. He gave me like a couple $100 for it, but Ernie made like 300 something thousand.
Look, if Warner Brothers already trying to claim. Look, Warner Brothers
man.
Trying to, they're trying to claim some chump change. I was like, nah, stop. But no, I'm sorry, no, that's not it for me. But what I do want to take a moment to do, because I know we've kind of been on a roll, and usually when we get on a roll, we kind of just go off on our own. But I will say this: we do have some super chats that I want to take a look at real quick. We got one from LL Melvin with the 5 says, "Watch, you're gonna have to decide the radio stations too."
Wish we had answered that earlier because I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
GTA. About GTA.
Oh,
6.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, GTA 6.
That's good. That's good, Jerry. I would have
and and this is one I think you were talking about earlier when you were talking about this was the $5 from musical.
Yeah.
The black British YouTuber claim because they're aliens with different colors and Star Wars fans can't be right. Yeah, that's the dumbest. Like, I don't know who that black YouTuber is. Whoever it is, they are cooked. I feel so sorry for them. We've also got the homie Xtriv out here. Here, I'm gonna pull this over to this side. Hit us with the 1999 super chat. Hit us over on the Streamlabs side of things, which, by the way, link pinned to the top of the chat if you ever want to donate and make sure that all the money comes us, not just a little, not just a smidge, not just a pinch. Half? No.
Come on.
You want us to get the whole bag. If you that's where you donate if you want us to get the whole bag. But goes on to say, hey, fellas, I'm on my vacay traveling adventure going from Tucson, Arizona to Detroit by train. Ooh, man, that sounds like a trip. Currently in the middle of nowhere, Texas. I'll check in on Saturday. Peace. Hey, you travel safe. Travel safe and enjoy
when
yourself.
When I see him, I'm going to ask him, was it like nice? Was there like a car with a little restaurant or something? Because that sounds like it could be real dope. Or fucking miserable. I don't know which one to. I don't know what to be envious or like my condolences go out to him.
Yeah. I've never ridden on a train like ever a day in my life.
Even a subway
train, yes.
Okay,
but like a train to like travel between like states and shit. No.
Yeah, me neither. Only because I don't understand why anybody. Okay, cost. Right, but it's like, what am I losing when I save in cost? By the way, it's not even that much money, not that much cheaper, and you add like 6 days onto your shit. Like, why is it taking me half a year to get from Florida to Chicago? That don't make any damn sense.
I mean, like, and I don't know what the situation is like in regards to like yeah, you have like TSA in an airport. I don't know if you have the same thing at like a train station. I can see where that
probably might get robbed.
Yeah, some motherfucker's gonna come running up on a fucking steed.
Yeah, I was about to say, gonna be horses. They're all gonna be masked up. They're gonna jump on. Yeah, I don't want to have to deal with any of that.
Look, man, I've seen Under Siege too. I'm not trying to live like that. But no, we've also got LA chilling with the 31 months in the Blerd Club. Silvermine says, Linda B. Johnson, I'll leave you with that. Just saying. Yeah.
No more history. No, we can't talk about history. It's probably illegal, so let's just go ahead and obey it in advance. America was awesome. It has always been awesome. Our founding fathers were perfect and awesome and godlike.
They did nothing wrong.
If they wrote it down, then you don't touch it. Never mind, there's X amount of amendments, right? But let's just don't worry about all that. They knew what the fuck they were doing.
What was it I saw? Someone had posted this on Threads. It was a video. It was like a clip from Family Guy, and I don't remember the episode, but it was one where like, when has anything ever been bad in America? And he was like, and you can't bring up, and he did his long list of things. He's like, you can't bring up slavery, you can't bring up Native Americans, you can't bring up women not being able to vote, you can't bring, and he just kept going down the list, just naming off all the things you couldn't bring up. And it was like, well, yeah, shit, you put it like that. Yeah, I guess maybe it was pretty fucking awesome, huh? Guess it was,
man.
And that's the thing, like, yeah, it's I don't know. I think that when it comes down to it, I think that we're in a position right now where I think this is I feel like this is I think it's a watershed moment. I think we're kind of in this watershed moment where like, yeah, things could kind of go one of a couple of different ways. And I know, like, I saw a lot of people that were like talking shit. Talking their shit about Cory Booker. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I'm not a Cory Booker fan. I'm not a part of the Cory Booker fan club by any stretch of the imagination. I actually have more than my fair share of criticisms about Cory Booker, Israel being chief among them.
He's a paid Apex Zionist, but
yes,
25 hours. Man, that's a long ass time. Okay, here you are.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I don't give a fuck. Because I saw people like, oh, he's just being performative. I was like, dude, do y'all know how hard I'm about to crash out after the stream? Well, like I don't mean crash out as I'm gonna have a nervous breakdown, but I mean like I'm talking about like literally hit the bed and pass the fuck out. Do y'all know how hard I'm gonna hit that motherfucker like after the stream is over? And let's see, what's the timestamp? We have only been live for, God, it feels like longer to me right now because I got shit for sleep last night. But it feels like it's already been 3 hours to me. It has only been an hour and 48 minutes. Hey. I could never stand in front of, a bunch of, other fucking politicians yapping.
Don't talk for real. You're not allowed to just bullshit.
Talking about real shit. I'm talking about real kitchen table issues, the shit that you and your family actively worry about I'm not yeah, I can bullshit with the best of them about comics for a long time, but like when we're actually talking about like some real shit, like some real like deep down in the, I'm talking about getting down in the trenches of politics. No, God no, I wouldn't even want to sit in front of motherfuckers for an hour, let alone 25. Yeah, get the fuck out of my face with that shit. Look, I don't have to agree with everything a motherfucker says to give them their flowers on that one, and not to mention it does get rid of what was that motherfucker's name? Strum something or other. Yeah, the motherfucker
Thurman.
Yeah, the motherfucker who literally did the exact same thing Cory Booker did, but
to fight civil rights.
He did it to protest the Civil Rights Act. Cory Booker was actually out here trying to fight for fucking freedom.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, fuck all that.
Yeah, R. Kelly, that's me right there. To not pee either,
dude. Oh, and that was dude. Oh my, look. Also,
I looked it up. Apparently, they prepare for this. Like they go to steam rooms. They don't drink anything. They dehydrate themselves to make it to where they're probably not gonna have to pee for a day. Which is, I'm sure, is just beautiful on your kidneys.
Yeah, that is not healthy. That is not healthy.
No.
And I will say this. This part right here. This part right here, because Blackfang77 just points out, Cory Booker said he made mistakes. You goddamn right, he has made some mistakes. And you know what? I don't know if he said what those mistakes are, but here's the thing. I'm not going to sit here and tell a motherfucker who's the only guy right now, like other than Bernie Sanders and AOC right now, and like Jasmine Crockett, like right now, one of the only motherfuckers who's actually trying to say or do something. Like, because I'm sorry, but this, what was that pink pussy hat shit from 2016? That wasn't it. and motherfuckers, like, what
about today? On the stream on Monday, we saw people hardcore protesting. Like, actually, it was Tuesday because I didn't do it on Monday, but we did a makeup stream on Tuesday. Hardcore out there. I think it was YMCA. They did one. This dancing, this figure that I'm like.
Did somebody make a Cory Booker candle? I heard about that the other day too, but it was like cotton scented.
Oh, I don't know. I
was like, no, you. Yeah, I was like, no, you motherfuckers didn't make a cotton scented candle for to represent a black. Get the fuck. And that was what I was talking about earlier. When I was talking about Camp Call Out, because every black political talking head drug his ass for everything he was worth. But that's another story altogether.
But you saying that real quick reminded me of this this comment from MMA Wild Disha. Some people loved America so much they worked here for free for 400 years. Damn,
right?
Damn.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
Shit.
That's look. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Message. That's how great this country was.
Yeah,
right?
That's how great it was.
Right?
It was fantastic. Y'all
Man, one of my most blown. I can't speak today. One of my most successful Threads posts is about I Show Speed, and all I said was, I reposted a thing of him swerving on a Jewish Zionist influencer. Yeah. And I said, dang, pretty much, I don't know exactly what for, but pretty much it was this. Dang, I used to not like him, but maybe he's coming around. Kids should be watching this dude because he swerved because she said she was a Zionist. Probably one of my most successful things. Man, everybody's in there. Oh, he's a piece of shit. Da, 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 da. So let's see. What I like. I fear for I Show Speed coming back home after he glazed out China. Here's the thing. Let me tell you something why people are mad. Let me tell you all something. TikTok, which still might get banned again, right? We'll see what happens on Saturday.
Yeah. Oh shit, that is this week.
Okay. And everybody went to the Red Note or Red Book or whatever it's called. And there was, I mean, you talk about a watershed event. This is something that people aren't talking about. I think the media is not talking about because the media the legacy media is for capitalism. It's not, you have your left, your right, and anti-Trump. Who the fuck? They're all for the same bullshit, same capitalist bullshit. And they're all owned by billionaires, right? A lot of people, yours truly included, saw something. And it's like, wait a minute. They live pretty nice over there. They got problems. We got problems. Oh, they get in trouble for saying shit? Weird, because we got people being rounded up, being sent to El Salvador because they wore tattoos and they have tattoos. Huh. We got students here who are getting visas pulled because they were anti, but you're talking about China. Well, what else is there? Oh, shit. Their cars are better. They got electric cars that are cheaper, that are way more advanced. Like, and they're out there dancing to TikTok videos. It's like just like us. America's sold for. Obviously, I knew it wasn't like this before Red Note. I didn't know exactly what it was like, but after Red Note, you saw everyday people. You saw people who were rich, people who weren't rich, and it's like, actually, looks pretty fucking dope. And then I Show Speed goes over there. It's the same shit. He's like, this place is fucking dope. Goes to different countries. He can't say that he just, we sent him in this one spot and we made it fake for him. Nope. They show him road tripping all over the country. And everybody who goes to China says the same exact thing. This place is awesome. Is it perfect? No. Our place is sure as shit isn't perfect. You know what I mean? I'm sure there's fucked up shit their country does. But our country does fucked up shit, you know? Like, nobody lives in a country that doesn't do fucked up shit. It's just the level that we used to talk about China was like, that's some dystopian shit over there. You don't want us to be like China, trust me. You don't want us to. You think it's bad now? In China, like, what is worse about China that we're not doing here? Nothing.
I mean, honestly, it's the way that we've kind of demonized and it's basically like the new yellow fear. Yeah, like what we used to have back in the like in the 40s, the 30s and 40s, where
it's called xenophobia or xenophobia. Like anything Chinese is bad. Yep, exactly. You're right.
It's all bad. There's no good. There's no in between. There's no nuance. It's just bad. And then people, and think about what people always say. They always want to try and say, oh, no. Communist Republic of China. They always want to make sure to add in the Communist Republic of China because they think saying that makes it sound like this evil place.
That's right.
But here's the thing.
Just like Barack Hussein Obama.
Yeah. But
they know.
But we'll say the United States of America without so much as batting a fucking eyelash.
Nope.
What are we united in?
That's right.
I'll wait.
That's right.
I'll wait.
Yeah.
But no, I don't have I don't have very like big opinions on people like Kai Cenat, I Show Speed, all these other streamers or whatever. All I know is that if I see them doing good things, I'm like, hey, do good things.
Yeah.
That's right. Use your platform to do good, not ill. I think I might be misremembering whether it was I Show Speed or Kai Cenat, but I remember seeing something not long ago where I think Kai Cenat even had something to say about people that were talking shit about Palestinians and and the whole situation over there in Gaza where fucking children, men, women, and children all just being mercilessly bombed to fuck and back. Like I said, I like seeing people use their platform for good. That's just me.
That's right.
If I see people using their it doesn't matter what the fuck you do, but if you're using your platform for good, I fucks with you on some level.
That's right.
I might not be like your bosom buddy, but like if I see you out there like doing the good work, I'm gonna give credit. I'm gonna give credit where credit's due, and even if I don't agree with you on something, like I thought that. Some people might hate me for saying this, but I thought that the Jasmine Crockett shit was kind of a little. I mean, I don't agree with what she said, in the strictest sense, or her weird ass apology afterward. But I mean, at the end of the day, I was like, we got bigger fish to fry than this. We're finding too many excuses to punch left. And because of that, we're getting distracted and not focusing on all the bullshit that's going on over here.
Right.
That's my beef.
I can get behind that. I talked about it on my stream a little bit, and I definitely said something to the akin of, no, it's not cool, and and think about it. But yeah, you're exactly right. It's like, I think there's people overreacting about her, but then there's also people
positively and negatively.
100%. And there's people overreacting to anyone who says anything about it. You know what I mean? Like, you can make a post and be like, I don't know, but that's kind of ableist, and he doesn't give a fuck about what you just said, but your homie on the that's there with you in the wheelchair is probably gonna care. That's not it. All right. Next day, let me keep scrolling, but then all of a sudden you got 3,000 motherfuckers and they're like, how dare you? I'm like, okay, calm down.
Oh no, I kept seeing all these I stand with Jasmine Crockett posts. I was like,
it's not that serious, homie.
I was like, why are y'all putting the cape on like this? I was like, y'all acting like this motherfucker about to be on. Because I was like this. Here's the thing. At the end of the day, I know that Governor Abbott and anyone who supports
piece of shit
Abbott, A, piece of shit. B, they're being performative, because let's also remember, all the people who are acting mad about it have all said and done very ableist things to the left, or anyone who they perceive as a threat to them. Hell, Trump literally made fun of a guy at a rally, like making fun, like when he was doing that shit and making fun of the way dude spoke. I was like, that was literally someone who was differently abled. Y'all were everybody in the fucking crowd was laughing, skinning, grinning, hee and ha-ha. But this little motherfucker over here, he got called Governor Hot Wheels, and now y'all want to act like y'all are.
Yeah, it's all fake. It's all fucking fake. Yeah, it's all fucking fake.
It's fucking performative. And I'm like this. Look, I can walk and chew bubble gum at the same time. I can say that I don't get jiggy with that. With what she said, and I think the apology was weak, but at the same time, I can also say that, man, too
much shit's going on right now.
Too much shit's going on, and we are splitting way too many fucking hairs, and let's not sit here and pretend like as hell, and I'm not trying to make excuses, but I know a lot of differently able people who were also clowning the fuck out of Governor Abbott on some Governor Hot Wheels shit. So I'm like this. Look, if you're a piece of shit, I mean, I'm not saying, like, I'm not trying to make like that Lizzo argument where like, oh, see, told y'all, I told y'all she was bad. I told y'all she was bad. So now I'm gonna I got an excuse to be fat phobic. No, I'm not saying that it's okay. I'm just saying that, look, man, it should not control the news cycle. That's for damn sure. It's one of those things we should be like, hey, look, this shit wasn't cool. Don't do it again. Okay, let's move on. Yeah, and be done with it. But then people kept wanting to go back and drag the river for like old shit on jazz.
Content, because it's rage baiting at that point.
Well, because there were people like, oh, when she did the bad Bill Butch, this, that, and third, she was being transphobic, homophobic, blah 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 blah, this, that, and third. I was like,
here we go. Hey, look, I'm gonna do you a favor because I heard you. See, I pay attention. And you talked about how tired you were. So we're at 2 hours now. I know that was your where you're at. So
it's close to it.
So we don't do another. So we don't end up doing another skipping. Let's just start them right now.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Questions. Let's read some questions. So the first one from Nerd Large out of the Discord. Greetings, Blerd Man and the Boricua. Wonder. I like it. Porinqueño would be what you're looking for. But I know a little bit of Spanish. A little bit of
He's like, natural. It all comes natural to me, baby.
Anthony Mackie, or as our glorious leader calls him, DEI captain. Did Donald Trump really comment on this?
Probably.
Did he call him DEI? Wow.
I think he
was interviewed. Have. It would not surprise me even a little bit. Was interviewed recently.
Look it up.
Yeah, look it up. Recently on a podcast, in his take on the state of on the state of American masculinity went viral. What got less attention was his takes on the decline of the movie star leading man, because Hollywood doesn't want to create stars they have to pay top dollar to anymore, especially black ones. And British actors paying Americans for and doing crap American accents and or bad impressions of Denzel or De Niro. Thoughts? What got less attention was his takes on the decline of the American movie star leading man, because Hollywood doesn't want to create stars. Okay. I'm not going to pretend like I read that, that I saw that part, because like you have, I'm a part of the people who gave that less attention. But believe it or not, I'm reading that, and it still ties in to the vibes that he was giving for the shit he got more attention for.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So before he gives this, thinly veiled, hey, men need to be men, and I'm just trying to raise my boys to be this. But then it's like, raising your boys, what do you mean? Like, putting the alarm on and just shit that anybody could do. That is like, okay, what does that mean? What are you talking about right now? But then goes on to say, go ahead. What do you say?
No. So that's why, like, when we were talking about before, I was like, I need to know more. I need to know more about what he's talking about, because I was
I wrote a whole thing on Threads about it. I went and listened. I went and got the thing. I was gonna make a video about it and then didn't. That's the end of that story. But but it's like, basically, bottom line is, it's almost like the Jasmine Crockett Hot Wheels. It's like I'm hearing them. And I'm telling you right now, sorry, if this offends anybody, but it was sexism. It was weird. My boys need to learn to protect women, because weak women. Yeah, I'm going to protect my wife, but shit, if I'm getting my ass whooped and she has a way to, my wife's going to come out there and blast some dude in the head. What I'm saying? Like, obviously I'm stronger than my wife. Obviously the stronger person, but without me going through the whole thing, what if I was like severely disabled? Was Christopher Reeves no longer a man in his relationship after his accident? His wife still loved him.
Yeah.
Like, what does that mean? Is manliness strength? Is manliness? But then he goes and says, since you're my son, you're gonna put the alarm on and call me. Your daughter couldn't do that? Found out he doesn't have any daughters, but your wife does not. What are you doing? I don't understand. Like, okay, whatever.
It's that whole protection thing. Like, a man has to protect his family from who? Because a bigger question might be, is there someone that they need to be protected from whose name you're not saying that may also happen to be yours? Like that's the thing. Because when I see all that stuff, like was it the guy that went viral for all the wrong reasons, talking about how women should be afraid of there should be a little bit of fear of their boyfriends and husbands. I was like, okay,
right. This is
a motherfucker who commits domestic violence on the regular. I was like, you can't convince me otherwise. But I have a lot of questions. I have a lot of questions for people like that. Like the stuff he said, I'm like, okay, I need you to elaborate on what it is you mean, Anthony, because what you're saying, it sounds weird.
It
sounds weird. Like
there's a reason why it gives you that feeling. There's a vibe, and even I'm having like, I think I did pretty well in the thread, but now right here on the spot, it's like I'm having a little bit more struggle. But we can all feel the vibe. You know what I mean? There's like a weird, like, if you had only daughters, would you not teach your daughters to lock up the doors at night and put on the alarm and call you when everything's locked up? Would you, like, what is it? It's not even like what he said to them that he does with his sons. Like, oh man, I can't believe he tells his sons to do that. That's not my point. It was, what about it is specifically masculine about it? Anyways, to go to the question, so we don't see as many leading men anymore because they don't want to pay top dollar, or other genders are getting the roles now. Now we're seeing more women in leading roles. You know, and so sometimes, and I'm not trying to say this is Anthony Mackie. I'm trying to say that I wouldn't be surprised if it was Anthony Mackie sees, and this is why I brought up the Hot Wheels thing is like Anthony Mackie seems to have that level of like sexism that is like unfortunately within the Overton window. It's like he's not out there being Andrew Tate or nothing like that. He probably will watch Fresh and Fit and be like, who are these fucking idiots? I'm not saying he's like that, but it's that old school Gen X, you know, like kind of like, bro, go take a nap. Get off the mic. This ain't it anymore. You know, that type of shit. Yeah.
Well, my answer is always going to be the thing that I tend to say in these situations. I think the death of the movie star is for a lot of reasons. It does have to do with money. Don't get me wrong, but it's also because of the death, not the death of, but the rise of the character. I say this shit all the time. Anthony Mackie is not Anthony Mackie.
Okay, man.
He's Captain America. He's Captain America.
But further. Oh, Anthony Mackie is not Anthony Mackie. Anthony Mackie is never going to be the Anthony Mackie you know, because here's what stars have. Oh, they have what do they call them? The publicists.
That too.
And I've told Marlene, I'm like, do I think Pedro Pascal is a nice guy? Do I think he's funny in real life? Probably. I mean, he's very supportive of his sister who's trans and who, by the way, is a baddie. And I'm like, okay, but here's what you need to remember. People who are very successful like that have a publicist. You know what I mean? Every move. Do you think when old boy was being cute with Zendaya, you know what I mean, wiping her mouth and stuff like that, that it's not a really good chance that he's like, hey, when your guys are out, you know, just be extra cute. The crowd is loving it because that's gonna directly translate to sales. They love that couple. They love them. They're gonna go see their movies because they're America's darling couple right now. So they're gonna do more cute shit in public. I mean, much of these people's lives is fake. It's all fake.
Sorry, I actually went and looked. I was like, you know what? I think I had seen a picture of his sister before, but I just never really like put a whole heap of a lot of thought behind it. Like I was just like, oh, okay, cool. I was like, that's his sister. Cool, bet. And I was like, then when you were like, oh, yeah, she kind of a baddie. I was like,
yeah.
I was like, let me go see. And I was
let me see.
I was like, oh,
yeah.
Wait, hold on, wait.
Oh my God!
I'm just saying. Look, I'm just saying. Look.
If the wife came home with Pedro Pascal's sister and said, I'd be like, let's go.
Look, and
let's go. Let me hydrate and stretch real quick. I'm not the old me anymore. You know?
What was that shit they used to make us do back in school? We had to put your arms out like all the way
out.
And do like that shit. Like I'd be like, all right, okay, cool.
To the front and go backwards. Yeah.
All right, backward, reverse.
Touch my toes.
Look, I'm sitting here doing, look, and I'm being like, okay, all right, hold me. Oh, wait, let me. Hey, can I get that protein drink real quick? Oh,
that's
man,
it.
That's good.
That's it.
Ooh, man, that's good protein drink. And man, I'm gonna need
all
this.
All right, fire energy. Let's go.
Look, and
some Hindi root.
I look, man. What? Look, I'm not saying that like anyone has to think like I do, but at the end of the day.
Look,
I'm just saying.
I got questions. Like, and look, if anyways, all right.
Yeah.
Next question is.
I mean, yeah, no, there would definitely be like a couple of questions I would ask, and then that would be the end of it. I'd be like, all right, cool.
No, I have a question for the person. I was about to go down another thing where I'm like, people who try to say like, no, I wouldn't. I'm like, so maybe you like dudes, and that's okay. That's okay.
I mean,
if she's bad and you say no to that. then look, Andrew Tate has literally said one thing in his entire life that I've known of Andrew Tate. One thing that I was like, nailed it. And it was, if you wouldn't have sex with a trans, who do you say?
He said
was
trans woman
Jennifer's
who looked
body.
like
Jennifer's body,
who looked like Megan Fox. He said a trans woman
who looks like Megan Fox.
Who looks like Megan Fox.
But you would have sex with a cis woman who looks like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah,
you're gay. You're gay. and I said, I want to hate him, but that sentence is facts.
look. Let me tell you something. Let me keep it a buck with you. Let me keep it a buck with you. This is the most honest I will have ever been in my entire life. That is the one time that I have ever heard someone say right message, wrong messenger. And I 100,000% agree. Because I'm like this.
Yeah.
Look, at the end of the day, like I'm like, look, hey, I gotta do what I gotta do. Okay, I gotta do what I gotta do. Look, I'm sorry if I rolled up, like for whatever reason, let's say for whatever reason, I pull up on Pedro Pascal's, and his sis is right there, and he's like, oh, like, you know, not gonna try and pretend to like, you know, copy a motherfucker's accent, but like that motherfucker was just like, yeah, Blerd, yeah, you know, we listened to Nerds of Culture, and we heard that you thought, you and Robo thought my sister's a baddie, but she actually was kind of funny. She thinks y'all are pretty bad too. So she says it's totally cool. We could set this up. I would be like, excuse me, sir, I need to go get this protein drink real quick.
Yeah, I mean, like me be like, all
right, let's go. Look, and look, and please believe, for the privilege. We're playing for the privilege.
And I don't know about your wife. I don't know if you told me about her or not, but I know for a fact, Miley would be like, come on.
He's like, come on.
He threw rock before. He's not going to go twice. Come on.
He's like, dude, no, 100%. 100%. That like literally, that Cynthia would be over there just kind of like,
you got this, babe. You got this.
No, you did. You threw that last time. Dude, like this would, like, shit. I'm not bullshitting. I'm not even bullshitting a little bit. This would be Cynthia if I lost. She'd be like,
this motherfucker.
It's like, God damn it.
All right, let's go. Let's go to the next question.
That went way, I don't know how we got way off into that.
It's what we do.
I'm here for it. I'm 100% here for it.
All right. Okay, I thought of something interesting for you guys. How do we get on that?
Oh, because we were talking about the movie star and
wow,
and people's personalities behind closed doors and yada yada, some shit like that or whatever.
We are good.
Yeah,
because that wasn't a hard tangent. That wasn't like out of left field. We got there somehow.
Yeah, we somehow.
I thought the next question was gonna be like, all right, so that's the question. No, it was not. Okay, yeah, I thought of something interesting for you guys. Ultron hates the Avengers. The X-Men's most iconic villains are the Sentinels. What do you think will happen if Ultron worked alongside someone like Nimrod or Bastion? It'd be a wrap, probably, I imagine.
Well, I can definitely tell you that because of the nature of what they are, the fact that we're talking about artificial intelligence, it would really come down to which version of Ultron we're talking about. Like, if it's Ultron, like, proper, or if it's, like, the Ultron that exists right now. The Ultron that exists right now would probably not, but, like, I think, like, you're talking about, like, Ultron proper? Yes. And considering that Ultron, by and large, doesn't really care for organic life in general. Not on any major level. I mean, mutants are just another meat sack
Right.
Now I will say, are there certain mutants he would fuck with more than others? Yes. I think characters like Madison Jeffries, who is very intrinsically tied to technology, maybe. But yeah,
Bastion is part organic, right?
Yes, because he's so Bastion is the amalgam of a Nimrod and a Master Mold, fused together by the Siege Perilous, and then reformatted into a person. That is basically and also with the addition, I don't know if he still has it, but at one point in time he also had the Phalanx as a part of him at one point. But that's another story altogether.
So it seems like he would work with Nimrod before working with Bastion, or he would betray Bastion eventually because Bastion's partly organic, and he would fucking hate that.
And to be fair, Bastion is more focused on mutants more so than people, but he don't like people either very much. But I mean, honestly, I think they could all find whatever reason to work with one another on some level. But I don't like. Okay, I'll put it like this. So I remember during the Krakoan era, one of the criticisms I had of there was a character that they had by the name of Fei Long, who basically looked like Bastion, but was not Bastion. He had pink skin, just like Bastion. He had white hair, just like Bastion. It was kind of weird. And he hated mutants. Par for the course for an ex-villain, I guess. That's not really, news or anything. But what I always thought was funny, I was like, man, it would actually have made way more sense for Bastion to be the character that was hanging around during all this. But I guess they just felt that would have been too OP. Maybe, I don't know.
All right, Marcus Bullock gives a 199. Appreciate you with that one. Why is Ultron acting like Nimrod and Marvel Rivals? Because it's easier that way, probably, I would imagine.
Probably.
And if you think about it, Hellfire's Gala's just mutants, but they can't do that for Rivals, so they're having Emma Frost in this universe. It's open to everybody, so everybody's coming through the portals. Obviously, because they can't just have only the mutants there. And so looks like Ultron's going to play the part of Nimrod, but instead of trying to destroy mutants, it's destroying all the heroes in Marvel Rivals. So I think that's.
I feel like they should have gone with Nimrod, though. I feel like Nimrod, but you know what? I think they did it. So it was kind of a recent conversation I had with Joe Casey when we were talking about Weapon X-Men, asking him why he uses some characters versus others. And when I asked him why he used Baron von Strucker as opposed to any other character, his answer was pretty simple, and it made a lot of sense to me. He was like, because he's a movie star. He's somebody that even people who aren't
recognizable,
really, even if you're not that into comics, if you've at least seen Avengers Age of Ultron, you know who Baron von Strucker is. Even if you don't take him seriously because of his appearance in that movie, you still know who he is, and you get about roughly a gist of what you should know about him. I feel like it's going to be the same thing with this. It's like, okay, who knows Nimrod versus who knows Ultron? It's like, okay, Ultron's had a movie. And not to say that Nimrod hadn't been in shit. He's been in animated series and stuff like that. But like, at this point...
Still pretty niche, yeah.
He's still niche compared to like Nimrod is only just a little bit less niche than Bastion. So like it's like, okay, well, let's take Ultron instead and use him because this will, people are gonna know who he is. They're gonna get there's hype around it, and I think that's why it gets done. That 100%. Honestly, it's movie star like star power and nostalgia. These are the reasons characters get picked.
That's right. And I will say, by the way, because I saw a leak talking about emptying the wallet. One thing that I really have come to love, look, fuck Marvel for not paying their writers and artists. Fuck Disney. Period.
Yes.
But
no notes.
They are, exactly. But I tell you what, the entire what you call it? Well, I always forget the God damn it, the fucking thing you go down to and you play enough and you get the awards and shit as you go down. What's it called? The fucking
the Battle Pass.
Yeah, goddamn.
Yeah.
So yes, the Battle Pass is literally 1000% free, every single part of it. Recently they did an event this week where they had like a little separate short battle pass that all you had to do was play 3 games and it would unlock the next one. And one of them was a costume token that you could spend on a group of costumes they gave. They said, hey, pick one of these costumes. And it was like, oh shit. So really you could just play the game enough. You probably would only have like 3 costumes, but 3 skins, but you could play the game enough and not spend 1 dime on that game and still have skins. Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Wild.
It's pretty dope. Yeah.
And I like that. I think that's a good move.
Yeah, 100%.
I will also say that just to because I don't want these to get
Oh,
lost
she's
in the sauce
thick
either.
too. She is Emma Frost.
Oh, gotcha.
Thicker than the milkshake and more than how she's been in the comics.
Oh,
she's
damn.
an incredible woman. Incredible woman.
They actually tightened her up. God damn.
Mm-hmm.
Christ. I don't know how I feel about this. Lord, wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. This is.
She's gonna be a tank. Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, because you already have.
I can see it.
Yep.
I can see it.
Yep, and that's why they had to
diamonds.
make her extra thick. Like it works for us because they have to make her beefy as the tank.
Yeah,
But
she got the
visually
Chun-Li.
it works too.
Yeah, she got the Chun-Li shit popping off. Because what are they doing? Hellfire Gala? Are they doing like Hellfire Gala? Okay,
yes,
yeah,
that's
that
what it
makes
is.
sense.
Yep.
I love how they came this shit like a fucking year too late. Like this game came out like a year too late to really capitalize on this shit.
They gotta catch up. They'll catch up, and then we'll be on time.
It's like they still talking about Krakoa. Man, Krakoa is done. It's like
Look. Here's the deal. Let's be real. Like 7% of the players read comic books, so they don't know. They're like, Hellfire, what?
Like, what's this? I don't even know what that is.
All right. Next question, real quick. Go ahead.
Real quick, I want to hit these because these are from the Streamlab side. We got 3 from the Streamlab side. Dr. Midnight hit us for 5. Says another way to help this channel is click the link in the description. Ooh, see and look, this is how you know the Dr. Midnight's a real one. And I actually feel like I'm not doing my due diligence. So now I have to get right.
Of YouTube. That was the close up. Yeah.
Wait, what was that?
Remember I did with the New York undercover of Nerd. I couldn't figure out I couldn't remember what the rest of it. It was the New York undercover of YouTube. It was the end part that I couldn't remember what it was. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Okay, that makes sense. But no, I'm just gonna throw this up here right now, just because hey, this is just what we do. But you guys know what to do. You want to read some comics? Do you want to read some comics? We're just talking about comics. Do you want to read some goddamn comics? If you want to read some comics, click on the link in the description. You can also scan that QR code right there. It'll take you to the app. If you use the QR code to go to the app, you can use my promo code GCX Blerd without fear, just as what Dr. Midnight's talking about on here. You can use that. It'll get you 33% off your first 1-year subscription at Global Comics. Global Comics literally has everything from DC, Boom Studios, was it Dark Horse, Image Comics, Dynamite, literally pretty much, I think they have IDW now. Every comic imprint except Marvel. And I don't have any inside baseball on this, but I have a feeling that's going to change at some point. But yeah, right now, they have over, I think hundreds of thousands of titles, right now as we speak. And yeah, dude, it's the way to read. It's the way I'm reading a lot of shit right now. That's it. Thank you for the shout out on that one, Dr. Midnight. I really appreciate that.
There you go.
Also, we got another one for Michael DeFonte, also with the 5, says, I may have a problem with certain policies China has and worry for the people in Taiwan, but you know what? Look at the United States being authoritarian, totalitarian, and colonial, and having a racist system. That's the thing. All of that shit, like, honestly, like, China looks like paradise by comparison. And once again, China has its own problems. We've quite literally seen it. We have quite literally seen it. But man, the grass look kind of green in a motherfucker right now.
Man.
And we also got John Stewart with the 5 says, question, do I get royalties for the New York Undercover YouTube line? I'm broke, man. Keep up the good work. Thanks for what y'all do. Hey, look, yeah, that's a
listen. Let me tell y'all something. you guys have caught this joke I do, right? But let me tell y'all something. Carter and I don't get part of the memberships that are donated, right? Just the donos. So you can get royalties when you're going to cover when we start getting membership splits, which ain't going to happen. Right?
He's like, nah. He's like, that ain't it. He's like, it's not it.
But it's like, no, that's my shit.
I mean,
in all seriousness, I think he would. It's just no real way to do it. It's a monthly thing, and who gets what? Yeah,
it would because it would be one of those things where like it's okay. Well, how much do I do? Well, and also I look into
what your traffic? What is the streams bringing than the videos? So what are we getting 2% of the membership? That don't make any damn sense.
It's one of those where like I look at it, just kind of like, man, that's a lot of shit to factor up, man. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, look, let's just let's not even split hairs. Look at
it's always a joke. But what isn't a joke is you'll get royalties when I get part of the membership. How about that?
Yeah, no, that part's for real. That part is 100%. That part's 100%. We got a couple more in here. We got the Elite X1. Says this week we witnessed part 1 of the epic that will come to be known as the Fall of Grumps. I actually did watch it. It is
great.
That look. I don't ever want anyone putting up a dossier like that on me. I don't ever want to make anybody that mad. Says, with some of the revelations about him coming to light, do you think his army of chuds will abandon him and find another talking head to follow? Yeah, I agree. No. Okay, I tell you what. Here's what's going to happen. He's still going to be popular, but he is going to fall off. But not enough to because let's be real. I think his fans
are these people. Are any of these people following that? Think about it from a chud basis, right? Like, let's talk about this crowd right here, right? Let's talk about Nerds of Culture. Let's talk about the chat. If some like video came out of me being like horribly racist, saying the hard N word and shit like that, that would be completely antithetical to what I presented as my principle. So. Fuck this guy, Nerds of Culture. Whether Ernie wanted to forgive me or not, this bitch is gonna have 2 people in it, and and they're both gonna be us on second phones. Like nobody's gonna watch this shit anymore because it's completely antithetical to what the show's about.
Right?
Who the fuck is watching chuds for principled fucking positions? Because they're character, because they're good people. So whenever they come out and they're like, "Oh wow, you're a piece of shit." I don't care. I didn't care when you were a piece of shit for other reasons. I don't give a shit if you're a fucking piece of shit for this. You know,
they do. They've known all along. I think think it's just one of those things where like we know now. Like we know. Therefore, it is news. I feel like they've known for quite some time. But it doesn't.
That's me. I don't know what the news came out. I don't know what news came out, by the way. So that's that answer is based off. I don't know what Grumps is being. You know,
basically, he's a sex worker, more or less.
Sex worker.
Yeah, sort of. That
like gay? Is he gay?
Things. No, but he did pretend to be. I think there was a point where they talk about how like he basically kind of catfished like an account to make it appear as though it was run by a woman when it actually wasn't. And that he was basically like filming filming adult content and whatnot, stuff along those lines. I actually recommend it. It's like a 30-something minute video. It's actually worth the watch.
I definitely will watch it. That changes my answer a little bit. If it's just gooning type shit, I think he'll lose some hyper Christian self-righteous types.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure Melanie Mac will stop fucking with him.
If anything he did came even a mile from anything queer, then I could see his shit taking a massive hit. Because let me tell you something about the conservatives. They can tolerate pedophilia, but they will not tolerate people having sex with people with the same sex.
No.
Or gender.
And I will also say, Lance from the Surfs, he said he actually got to see some of the other stuff that the people who put out that expose had. He said he wouldn't say what it was, but he basically was his reaction to what it was. He basically just said that was Lance's response to it when he talked about it on his live stream.
There's more coming out then.
Oh yeah, no, they're because they labeled it part 1. There's a part 2, and honestly, I would not be shocked if they had enough for a part 3 and a 4. If
there's anything that comes out that he has or is or anything in the queer community,
oh man, it's a wrap.
He's toast. They will not tolerate that. They will not tolerate that.
And that was kind of the other thing. It was like it wasn't like, I think, and maybe I might have misinterpreted it, but to my understanding, not anything he did so much specifically, but the stuff that he was making was basically like same-sex stuff, or whatever. So like it's one of the things, like he's already got kind of a strike of hypocrisy on him, as is, so to speak. But hey, you love to see it.
Yep. That's a guy.
We got Tequino with 94. This will be the last question, and then we're gonna jump out of here because I promised Circe that I would play Keepy Uppy with her before she went to bed, which is very soon. Says, what's good, Ernie and Robo? Man, I'm so happy to see one of my favorite game series, Devil May Cry, get a proper animated adaptation, which, by the way, did actually release today, I believe, and it is also if you know, you know.
Let's just say he's been watching it.
I may have seen a thing or two. I can't say. I can't speak to that. But this is what's another game franchise that you two would like to see adapted in the DMC Castlevania style? Me personally, I think a Resident Evil and a Mortal Kombat series would go hard. Okay, so
yeah,
I'm gonna throw one out there. I actually got a couple. One of them I feel less confident in, largely because technically we've already had one, but like if we're talking, but not so much in the vein of DMC and Castlevania, but I would actually like to see like a Mega Man anime that went like hard. Like we kind of got a taste of it in that Secret Level deal that came out last year. But I would love to see one where like they actually went hard in the paint on some Mega Man shit. That would be legit. But
that would be dope. That would be dope.
The thing I would always fall back on though, Yakuza. I would love to see a Yakuza.
Man, you stole my shit.
Oh, sorry.
You stole it.
I apologize.
Over here, reading the shit. All right, let me look for some more shit, I guess. Because I was going by my Steam. Let me see. I'm like, ooh, damn, Yakuza would go hard. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah. No, it's a. I mean, because that's a like. And don't get me wrong. I don't want it to be like a shot for shot, like I don't want it to be like I don't want it to be like the Persona anime games where they skew really hard to the story. So like if you play the game, you don't need to see the anime. Not really. You just
but its own thing. Do its own thing, just like Castlevania's doing its own thing. Yeah.
Right. Like you can mix because I think Castlevania found the nice mixture of being true to the games, but also changing it up where it's appropriate. So I would like to see that. I would like to see what they would do with a Yakuza series that was in that same kind of. I will say this though: there's one criticism about the DMC anime. It doesn't even have anything to do with the anime. It actually has everything to do with the soundtrack. Like the soundtrack is very early aughts appropriate, but like. There's a random song from one of my favorite bands, Gunship, that's on there that is not from that time period, and it is the weirdest fucking choice for a song to have on that soundtrack. They have a song called Ghost on the soundtrack. It's a song that came out like I think during COVID. Which I love the song. I think the song's fucking amazing. But it just when I saw it, I was like, I don't know about this. I was like, I don't really know about this. Here, let me do this real quick. There. All right. I'm pulling this up because I want to show you what I'm talking about. Here, give me uno momento por favor. And where'd it go? It says I had it. But
You find it would be dope. While he's pulling that up, mine is
go ahead.
Mine is gonna be Hitman, the Hitman series.
Ooh, Hitman.
And the Black Myth Wukong. Like, give me the whole Journey into the West as like an anime type deal. That should be pretty dope.
I could dig that. I could get jiggy with that. I don't know. My whole thing with video game anime adaptations is you gotta give me enough. You gotta give me enough to make it worth my while. Here it is. This is it right here. But yeah, it's like I can get jiggy with a lot of this. I can get jiggy with a lot of this.
Rolling.
Yeah, I think if I'm not mistaken, I think Roland is the intro, or at least they did a trailer.
LIMP Biscuit is right here.
Oh my god! I thought I outlived it, but apparently it was not the case. Also, Butterfly by Crazy Town. I was like, okay.
What is this? Is this like 2002 soundtrack or what?
2002 all over again, baby.
Papa Roach, Last Resort.
I mean, you're not wrong. That's basically
awesome.
What the fuck it is. It's I don't know. I have a lot of thoughts. I have a lot of thoughts on it. But it's also not the first DMC anime, so that's another thing right there. I think it's like the second. Like, because I remember seeing one before. It wasn't great, but it wasn't like amazing either. So it wasn't like it didn't like light my world on fire. I wasn't like, oh my god, I want to watch this a million times. It was just one of those things. Like, it kind of felt like just a series of asides. Like Dante just doing random shit. It didn't. I'm sure there was a coherent plot, but it didn't feel like there was one to me. So
whoever just joined my whoever just followed on Twitch, thank you for that.
Oh,
I use Virtual Cam so I can have my filters for the color correction, and so I have my OBS open. So if somebody follows me, I'll get the beta. I'm like, oh shit, get the fuck out of me.
He's like, oh shit. He's like, that's me. That's how I would have done. Like, ooh, that's me. But yeah, it was like I haven't watched. Like, okay, I'm gonna believe. I'm going to believe. I'm gonna believe survivors. Okay. I'm going to believe survivors. So if y'all tell me it was bad, I believe you. Because I watched it when it came out, but like my opinion of it was not terribly high.
Which one?
The 2007,
the original.
The original DMC anime. Like it was, he said it was doo. Yeah, I believe you.
Doo-doo water.
I 100% believe you. 100% believe you. Also, shout out to King Ashant and I'm gonna say Send Hayes 1 or SND Hayes 1 for the follower on the Twitch side. Appreciate that. But yeah, I like to say there's technically we got one and it was Cheeks too. I was gonna say Dragon's Dogma, but then I remembered we already had one.
And then you were gonna say Batman, but Batman Ninja was actually pretty dope. So
no,
yeah,
I would never.
I like Batman because Elite and Ernie and apparently everybody I'm finding out hated it. I'm like,
I fucking hate that shit.
Damn.
Yeah, no. It was not dope.
Okay, real quick before we get out of here, somebody followed me again, but I don't know where it came from. Thank you, whoever that was. Now I have the recent events up, but nothing changed. So before we close this out, does anybody be brave? You could be brave. Think that Batman Ninja, the anime, was dope? No? Anybody?
Nigga, please.
So it's got to be one. There's got to be one.
Hold on, wait a minute here. I got you.
Reviewers are calling it everything from shit to fucking shit.
Oh, look at C.E. Rouse, Anthony. You know what?
Okay.
You know what? Wait, Sick Fang said middling. I'll take it.
Middling?
I'll take it.
Okay, you know what? I'll believe it. I'll believe that. I'll believe that. He said, "Wait." I did appreciate this one though. Josh was like,
"No,
that ain't it." He said, "That wasn't it. That wasn't it. That wasn't the one." And I guess you know what. Tell you what. I'll answer this one real quick because we can do it real quick and we get about here. John Source's question: is there a difference between paying $100 for a video game and $100 for a compendium? There's a huge difference, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because once I beat that game, there's a very low chance that I'm gonna want to go back and play it again. As I've gotten older, I just like a game has to be fucking super lit for me to want to play it again after I've already experienced it.
Even Baldur's Gate 3, which I will say right now, I thought it was the law of recency. I don't know that anything's going to replace it. I think my experience playing, the experience I had with Baldur's Gate 3, I might say that was my favorite video game experience that I've ever had ever.
Yeah.
And I have zero desire to reinstall it and play it again. But it was awesome.
I bought it on sale last year on PlayStation. Because I'd already beaten it like twice, basically.
Oh, I remember. We were both putting a lot of hours there.
Yeah. I made it about halfway through it on PlayStation. But once again, it's one of those things, it was like, I was like, okay, well, I can't, there's only so much I can do. I was like, there's only so much I can do.
Exactly. I thought I was going to be able to do something totally different. It was like, they were really good at making you feel like you could just do anything in the world, but it's like really at the end of the day, we're gonna make you have that linear story, no matter what. So there was just so much of like, okay, well, I'm just kind of doing all the same shit all over again. I'm good.
Not to mention, we're talking about something I can physically hold in my hands as well. I mean, I can hold a controller in my hand, but I can physically hold a compendium in my hand. And I will say, I feel like I get a lot more out of reading. Reading a big ass comic book, versus You
mean like literally big, like this?
Yeah. Oh, speaking of this.
Oh, that's nice.
Not a thick book, but it's a library edition of the Doom one shot. So it's huge. It's when
I say huge, you know what this is, right?
Yeah, that's
That's just because it's about damn near.
Oh yeah. No, you got that's the big boy. See, this is what I got in mind. It's got the uncolored and unlettered.
Oh, that's kind of dope. That's kind of dope.
Yeah,
and that's cool for references too for art.
Also,
yes.
It also has it has one of the issues of Hickman's Fantastic Four, the issue where Valeria is hanging out with Doom. It also has individual sketches of all the characters that he drew in one of the spreads. Because there's like a spread where there's like a bajillion characters are present, it feels like. I think it's like there's like a metric ton. Oh yeah, right here. Like this right here. There's a metric ton of characters. And he did.
Can you imagine how long it took to make that splash?
Oh, I'm pretty sure it took him a long time. I actually want to go in and yank this and make a poster out of it.
That'd be so dope.
I full on want to. Oh, and he has the thumbnails. He has the thumbnails in here too. How he mapped out page before he started drawing. So you can kind of see
that is so dope.
You can see like how much and then this right here. This is that spread. This is it without color.
The inks, just the inks. Yeah.
Nothing else. So
look at Unity Black with that super long delay. Another one that liked Batman Ninja.
Oh God! Well,
just now, I did. Hey, how's it back then? How's it?
Nah. Still trash. Let's get out of here because I gotta game. I have a keepy uppy date with my child that I need to go
Let's go
partake of. So
I gotta go watch Hell House 3.
Oh, have you not watched it yet?
She's seen them all, but now we're running through it because the new one just got announced, and Hell House 1 was dope as fuck. I had seen Hell House 1. I had never seen any of the old ones afterwards.
The prequel?
That's the one that's about to get released. Or are you talking about the Manor one? The
Manor. What was it? Something
that
I actually that's Slick.
Your
my
favorite
one? That's Slick. My favorite one.
Because I was looking into the order and stuff, and I looked up 2 and 3. I heard everyone hates. But 1 and that one you said are really good. Yeah. 2 was really bad.
Yeah, I'm a weird one. I'm a weird one. I actually like 2, but because of how silly it is. Like I was like, I like the silliness of it. I will say 3 has kind of a dumb ending. I think 3 is good. I don't think it has a good ending. Like the way, You'll see. Just watch it for yourself. Don't take my opinion out of it. Just watch it for yourself. But I will definitely say the first one and the prequel, those 2 are fucking money.
Okay. You saw the announcement for the new one coming out this summer, right?
No, I did not see it, so I'm gonna go watch that.
I'll send it to you. Yeah.
I'm gonna watch that after.
No, I'm gonna make a whole club of Batman Ninja fans. All right.
No, he's not. No, he is not. No, he is not. The lies he is telling here on this internet, he is not. Stop. Do not believe him. I am putting this in the chat right now. Everyone, if you have not done so already, I know some of you have already done it, but go follow Robo over on Twitch, on IG, Threads, wherever, all the places, here on YouTube, all that good shit. He's live streaming. Was it every Monday and Friday?
Monday and Friday. I probably will be live tomorrow.
Oh,
I'm changing it. You see, I'm changing up to where I'm not. I might. I don't want to say might. I probably will be live tomorrow. Yeah.
Maybe
62%. So yeah, I'll give it a 60.
That's like rain in Memphis, 62%. But no, we're gonna we'll be back next week. And yeah, I don't really have anything to announce. Go watch the best comics this week. I literally put it out about an hour or so before we went live. Go show that some love. Because that's kind of the new way going forward unless something just catastrophically breaks down. But that's kind of my new way of covering comics every week without fucking driving myself insane. That's basically that's basically it now. That's the new that's the new way. But all that aside, yeah, I got nothing else. Anyway, for Robo, I am the Blerd without fear. And you know what? This time around, TK Kirkland, you can go to fucking hell.